Machi there, Delco. Welcome. We have another new live episode for you, so we're going to try to be as professional as we can. We have with us the cast of Follow Me on This and follow them shortly. Perjangers and Wallhangers. Let me say that again for you. I'm going to spell phonetically. Perjangers, P with a Paul, Perjangers, and Wallhangers. We have Matt, we have Chris, and we have El Championes. Tony, was it Lorenda? I wrote it down.
Leyenda.
Le Crema. And he is Le Crema because he is the cream of the crop, and he rises to the top. Oh, yeah! So we're going to get into what they've done, what they are doing, what they plan on doing, all the great things going on in their lives, and all the great things going on in your lives in Delco. Al, do you want to do the sponsors now, or do we want to break some ice?
Sure, why don't we do that real quick? Guys, this episode is brought to you by Fat Cow Jerky. That's right, Fat Cow Jerky.
Oh, yeah!
Utterly perfect jerky. Jalapeno, garlic, honey habanero, black pepper. Pickle's one of my favorites. Go check them out now. They have some new stuff out. Even the bacon jerky has hit the market now. That's right.
Fat. I know about bacon. I'll tell you that's something extra.
FatCowJerky.com, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. They got to go to Fat Cow Jerky and in your local Delco markets as well. Don't forget to stop by Dolan's Bar, 24 East Sellers Avenue in Ridley Park. The greatest place in Delco and on earth, as we like to say.
It is.
It's the greatest place from parts unknown if we're talking about the Ultimate Warrior, because you started me on wrestling now, Al.
Oh, okay, here we go.
But got the school win.
You have to go.
PJ?
Yeah,
you won one of those smart bowls and went to that smart place around
I dipped out at middle school. I went to Chester County after that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. It happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does.
I didn't have a choice. I went to Chester County, too.
My Lord, you're all
high
cowards.
school at Chester County.
But,
The
parents
I know
to be transplants.
Ugh, cowards. Weaklings.
You know what?
Well, you're just not a coward or a weakling. Pan PJ. That's who.
PJ.
PJ, don't go to DolansBar.com or check out
they got
on
their
Twitter.
mass crab this weekend.
Yes, they
I don't
do.
think I've been that excited for anything since Cowpipe Bingo in its prime.
Yeah, we will explain what mass crab is in a moment.
Okay. Oh, mass crab. I thought you said ass crab.
No, mass.
Oh, my God.
Like NASCAR.
Only the ass?
Yeah.
There's so much more of the crab.
Mass crab amount.
It's all the, yes.
Okay. They got a pill for that.
They always have something going on. Hell, they just had WIP there doing their Tour de Delco. So check it out. Go to Dolan's Bar, 24 East Sellers Avenue right now. And if you are a Delco scumbag and you get yourself in some trouble with the law, criminal law especially, go
or
to
Chesco scumbag.
Yeah, Chesco. He can do it for you too. David Archerry's a man with a plan. Workers' comp, motor vehicle, personal injury, criminal law, you name it, he's got it. 610-565-0300. Talk to Dave directly or go to jerryinjurylaw.com.
It's his direct number. He'll answer and he'll give you workout tips on those biceps.
Well, hopefully he pops that legal cherry for a lot of people.
I'm sticking. We had a slogan for it, and I forget what it was.
I know it wasn't that.
Cherry, don't pop your cherry.
Look,
Something like that.
If you want me for more marketing advice,
call me.
Oh, his biceps speak for themselves, man. That dude is gains.
That's the marketing. That's the billboard right there. The bicep.
I call him Tim T. Elbow because he's nothing but Gainesville, Florida. Sorry, I had a couple of beers during Jeopardy.
What's new, guys?
The rough one tonight. So Perjangers and Wallhangers.
You want me to explain how the inception of that came to be?
No, we'll get to the name after you tell us what you guys do and what you guys done recently. What is Perjangers and Wallhangers?
We're a production company.
A production company. What kind of media do you produce?
So we started off in November, is going on 6 years. And we started
2018 you started.
Yeah,
2016 actually.
And that's when I moved back to Parkside.
Good math, Holbrook. Yes. 2016.
Yeah, and I started in 2018 I moved back to Parkside, a block away from Chris, and
near Phil and Jim's?
Yeah.
Near Phil and Jim's.
Literally.
Because you said Parkside, there's only one landmark.
Yeah, no, they're in
Are you near the Brookhaven Acme too?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, no,
so
it's a shop right now. It's a shop right now. There's an Acme in Lima.
Okay.
There's a giant.
It's a giant.
Can I take a guess? You if it's true, you don't have to tell the address. Do you live on Shelton Ave?
No.
Okay.
Next to it. But
okay, yeah.
That's
That's just where he slings rock.
There's two sides of the street, people.
What's that?
Two
What's that beer
sides.
distributor right there?
Well, they have.
Act like you don't know Holbrook.
No, I forget the name of it, but it's fucking fantastic.
Well, no, there's the A1 Beer Barn that's right on the corner.
The Beer Barn, yes, love that one.
The
right
former wine and spirit store.
Yes, and it's right on there on the corner of Edgemont and
that's it.
Brookhaven.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Edgemont. Yeah, no.
You're thinking of the beer distributor behind Pathmark?
No.
I don't know if anybody goes there anymore. I mean,
go there.
they have a sign, but like I know my dad
they took
went
away
there.
the digital sign.
It's like, what a horrible place for a beer store.
The Beer
It
Barn?
feels like you're going to
Not the Beer Barn, the one that was behind the Pathmark, which is now a shop.
It feels like you're going to a legal establishment when you're going behind every other building.
The old Kmart.
You're like, hey, just go in here, tell them you know Jimmy, and you'll get the best price on beer.
At the same time, one of the best beer distributors who has helped us out in the past is McLaughlin Beverage, which is the back of the McDade Mall where the Kmart trucks get loaded up.
So same concept.
Yeah, sometimes the back is the most fun you can have.
And
The rear
more ways
way
than one.
can really spice
And
it
if
up.
you guys couldn't tell, Holbrook went to Bonner with that comment.
We call that the Bonner Hello. Yeah. I call my asshole the vestibule because it's where all the guys meet at.
All the guys meet is at. You gotta break it down.
Sorry, I said that wrong.
I think Tony's about to walk out on us right now. I think
it's where all the guys meets is at in my asshole, the vestibule.
Champ, just know you're above them, and you just have to put up with it. Okay?
I don't think it took much for them.
I don't have to know what I already naturally know. You know what I mean? You don't have to explain that. It's like, what are we doing here?
Your name is the Cream. I was also known as the guy who took the cream in high school.
What?
I'm not judging, but I am judging. Just so you know.
Yeah.
The difference
Well, we
between
all
you and
are.
me was
that,
you're the cream
was that like an underhanded sorry not sorry kind of thing?
I don't know. He's he's expressing himself.
You're the
and
cream
it's
that rises.
2024. You have to allow that.
Well, that's funny because that's how we met Dave Cherry when he started expressing himself in public. And that's kind of how we got the connection with Dave Cherry.
It's called Segue.
You're
Segue.
you're the cream that rises to the top. I was the cream that rises to the bottom. Bonner 05! 20 years next year, guys.
Wow, you're old, Holbrook.
Perjangers!
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So anyway, your production company you started in 2018. You started
And
you started in 2016. Didn't you say 8 years?
16.
he started in 16.
Oh
but
yeah.
I moved back to Parkside in
From
18.
where?
From Chester County.
Oh, Chester County.
I was a Delco boy until my parents got
Where'd you
out.
go to high school?
I went to high school in Oxford.
Oh wow, you were down there.
I went to
You're a
elementary
Maryland boy.
school at Parkside, and I went to middle school at Northley, and then after Northley, I went over to Oxford, and after that, bought a house out there, had a whole other podcast
What's
company.
Parkside? Interborough School District?
No, Parkside's Pendelco.
And
Yeah.
Delco. Look, nobody really is
Parkside,
sure
Brookhaven,
where it is.
That one, okay. Yeah.
There you go. My mailing address is Brookhaven. To everybody
I
else,
know what Parkside is. I've been to Phil and Jim's.
Well,
I love Phil and Jim's. If you're ever wondering what Phil and Jim's is, or where Parkside is, it's Phil and Jim's, and then
The block
until you go
around it.
back to where you know.
Yeah, it's
And
like
then-
2 blocks,
And then the Boost
Yeah.
Mobile, and then that's
Yeah.
Pendelco. Phil and
Yeah.
Jim's.
It's Phil and
Yeah.
Jim's is Parkside, and then when you get back to a landmark, you know you're in another town, which is only like 400 feet.
Well, no, there's the Dunkin' Donuts there, and that's where it starts to look like Upland and Chester.
Right by Golden Garden Chinese restaurant.
That's where the people who drive the Mercedes, like the Champ, they're like, you know what? I'm in the wrong area.
Right.
You wouldn't catch me around these areas anyway.
No.
Probably not in the state. If it's not for you two clowns, I wouldn't be here.
It's kind of what I tell Holbrook every time I walk in the studio.
I can't wait. I got 3 hours left, and I get the hell out of here.
Yeah. We're getting there.
Hey,
Champ.
we're
We're
earning
getting
every
there.
second we paid you to be here.
That's true.
Whatever. Just have the car ready.
So
I
you
did.
grew up in
I have a green sports
Parkside,
car all
moved
revved
to
up.
Chester County, and then moved back to Parkside.
Yeah, and then we started the company. It started honestly. Chris sold me when he went to his.
Is that how you made the money
daughter's-
to start up the podcast by selling you?
Yeah. he
Okay.
did.
Were you
But
also
also-
the human traffickers at the Eddystone Walmart?
You know what? I'm not sure. There were a lot of drugs involved.
Yeah.
So
It's how
it
they
must-
keep you sedated.
It was
filled
definitely a
those stories a
Walmart. It
handful
was
of
definitely a
times.
Walmart somewhere.
There was a W
Especially
somewhere.
that Walmart.
Yeah.
The one on 322 is better.
Yeah.
So you guys did you guys have a background in productions
So-
beforehand?
What I
No.
did was
Well, I did because I was podcasting. Chris is in IT, so he just knows all of it. It's part of IT. They just know everything, and
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know, you're
kinda
just
comes with the territory.
surprised, like he's a wizard waving his wand.
You definitely like seem like an IT guy.
I am an IT
You
guy.
seem like if Arn Anderson was in IT. That's
Well,
a
yeah.
compliment, man.
Thank you.
That's a compliment.
Thank you.
I had to
I'll-
incorporate
I'll-
wrestling and
you know what?
fucking office humor.
I'll take what I get.
Great
I'll
compliment.
take what I get.
That's
Any
what my
day of the
wife
week.
says after sex.
Dude, Art Anderson in IT is a compliment, dude. I got told I look like fucking Rosie O'Donnell took it like finger blasted Gritty in the ass. Like,
I mean, it's not an inaccurate.
what four
statement.
horsemen am I? All of them put together is a fat. Like,
No, so in 2016, I did a podcast with my friend Jim, who was one of the founding members. He,
Oh, Phil and Jim?
not Phil.
Oh, okay.
no.
It was a different.
is
Jim.
it the Jim?
Yeah,
Diff-
the-
different
not
Jim.
the Jim.
Okay.
My friend Jim Leahy.
they better pay for
Jim Leahy, the fucking guy from Trailer Park Boys.
No, different Jim Leahy.
Damn, I didn't think you'd
with
have to go
Randy
into
and
like
his
two
cheeseburgers?
separate explanations on that.
So, but one of the podcasts
What a
was
shitstorm!
one of the podcasts was talk about what you do for a living at Northley Middle School. So
That was
for-
actually the name of the podcast?
no,
Yeah.
like I legitimately
yeah.
went to
Episode can't go within
legitimately went to
500 feet.
career
The
day.
Chris Holbrook story.
I legitimately went to career day for my daughter's fifth grade, no
Mhm.
sixth grade,
sixth grade. Yeah.
and,
And
I
that's when it was asked never to come back again.
I never been, but
There was, legal
I did
orders
say,
in the way.
I did say, I work IT. That's pretty boring. Let's do a podcast and let's talk about whatever you guys want. And this, one of the sessions that I had was talking about this one girl got up and she just blasted the live adaptation of what was it, Full Metal Alchemist.
Yes.
And she just went on a tirade, and it lasted for like 10 minutes of that session, and she
Mhm.
just blew
Oh,
everybody.
at the presentation, you
Yeah.
set up IT stuff, and you're like,
no, I
here's
set up a
the-
No,
podcast
podcast
at career day.
Yeah.
talking about IT, and then she
How-
came up there and fucking just.
What grade was
Nailed
this
it.
again?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade.
Oh,
But
wow.
he
like-
also had a portable podcaster, a Tascam, that looked like a taser.
Al, do we have one of those?
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in the basement.
Get one.
I mean, and then we actually, later on, to not jump in the story, we were at a bar.
What bar?
And,
Name
Tom
names.
and Jerry's.
No, it wasn't Tom and Jerry's.
It was in.
It's the one that's closed across McDade Mall.
Well,
What
that's
was that
why,
one?
because they
Walt's
fucking-
Red Rose?
No.
No.
That RP McMurphy.
Yes.
Yes.
Archie McMurphy.
we make a
So-
joke about that every time we don't want to get in trouble.
We're there
Yeah.
for our, we're
It's
there
closed
for our
now.
buddies.
We know. That's
We're
what
there
we
for our
use it.
buddy's thing, but he ended up
Intervention?
like I put like the portable podcaster and like a hoodie together, and they put it behind the counter because they didn't want anybody to like take it and like tase people.
It
Mhm.
legitimately.
Oh,
they
right,
thought.
right, right.
They
thought
thought
it
it
was.
was a taser.
Wait, the guy who was taking the money at the door with like the hand in the cast for 15 years didn't take your taser from you?
No, it
He
looked
was
legit.
slipping. No wonder they closed.
It looked legit, but Trump got shot by a guy who was walking around with a ladder.
Well, I was gonna say you guys started in November 2016. I'm like,
Hey, what are you doing
did
with that
anything
ladder?
happen?
Don't worry about it. It
He-
was like that kind of situation. Like we just walked around with a taser. It was fine.
BYOL, man.
So,
BYOT, man.
I listened to this podcast with him and these kids, and this one the girl in particular who was so passionate about anime. And I had a podcast before, a podcast company. My podcast partner and I, we were best friends.
We
lived
don't use
together.
the P word around here.
Yeah, and it didn't
We
work
are
out.
internet radio.
So
Live internet radio.
Live internet radio.
when I listened to that podcast, I was like, Chris,
Internet radio.
let's go. So we ended up doing Matt Man Old Man Car Ride.
Carcast. Yeah.
Carcast, and that was going on
Internet
6 years ago.
car thing.
Yeah, it totally wasn't gay. There was no circle jerk.
The fact that
It
he
was
got a
audio.
preface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was audio.
Then why would anybody
I mean-
tune in if there was no circle jerk? I
It's
find
like
it-
a Bonner thing in us saying.
Well, that's why
like,
it didn't happen. It's audio. You got to have the visual, otherwise the circle jerk means nothing.
I don't know. There's noises. Noises can be made. But let's not get into it.
I'm with you, champ. I'm not.
So that's what
This
got me
guy.
back into podcasting is the circle jerk.
Can you
Um,
correct him one more time?
Circle jerks are lame, dude. They're so.
I mean, that's
technically-
God mercy.
Pretend it's a basketball game. Box out your opponent, and that's how you have the fun, man. Rivalry streams
He
competition.
might have won the
dude.
championship, but he definitely lost this coming into the night.
That
I am
cookie
so
did
sorry,
not
champ.
stand a chance.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
Once there's a cookie, Holbrook's going to win.
Okie cookie. Oh, sorry, the levees broke. Yeah. That's how you win. You got to give it that le crema. I'm going to make him laugh by the end of this fucking episode, man.
You can try. You can try. I mean, either
Or-
that or
Or you're going to go through like 4 inches of solid oak. One or the other.
God, I thought you were
Yeah,
something
Yeah.
4 inches of.
Al, if I lose a couple more pounds, maybe I'll have 4 inches. But right now,
Wow.
3 inches
Are
of
you
hate.
planning on going through this
3
table if
inches
you
of
keep it up?
anger.
No, not at this 4 inches. 'Cause I thought he was going somewhere else.
Yeah.
4 inches of it.
Oh, listen, I'm giving him way too much credit.
Maybe my prime.
Yeah. We're not all like Matt with a giant dick. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. Not everybody is. It's okay. It's
But
okay.
the only way you show a dick pic is through an X-ray.
Oh, no. That's also my phrase. I have abs. I'll take an MRI to prove it.
Oh God. So Perjangers, right?
Yeah, Perjangers.
So after that, we started podcasting and we didn't stop.
Live internet radio.
Live internet
See,
radio.
champ gets it. That's why he's the champ.
He gets it.
Well, that's where I'm going to correct
He
myself because Tony said it.
Adapt, improvise, overcome. He gets it. He
Yeah.
knows the Bear Grylls mentality.
So we kept going.
Never undercome.
And we were involved in some different ventures here and there, but we never really stopped.
Isn't that
doing
how
what we did.
every internet radio show, us podcasts are? Like, we're interesting. Let's talk about things, and it pops up.
We were sitting around and we were all laughing at ourselves as we talked. So we figured everybody else would find us just as amusing.
We're so fun.
Yeah.
See, the difference is
You ever wear a You ever before we get into it? You ever wear a fucking GoPro like for a whole day?
No, I
So,
have one. I
we did
I
that.
don't wear it.
We've done the internet radio show, the podcast, and all that stuff forever, and we're like, we're so funny. And I've like had groups of friends outside that were inspirations to jokes and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, we're so funny. So like 2 years in a row, I went on the Aaron Express, the drunk bus that goes through all Delaware County and all that shit. And we're like, we're so fun. We're gonna run to our people. We're gonna hit on chicks. We're gonna talk to bartenders. We're gonna be so funny. We're so funny. We wore GoPros, went back and watched the footage, and like, what the fuck is wrong with us? Why do people even talk to us, dude? Like, we're so boring. Like, I hate myself retroactively.
Oh my
Well, it's like
God.
that. What was the movie? Beer Fest.
Yeah.
When he's on the dance floor and he thinks he's being all smooth with the girl and he goes home and has sex with her and it's like everything plays back and it was nothing like that. That is our lives in a nutshell,
Yeah.
right there.
There was one time, like, there was one.
If we were the champ, that would be what
Yeah, yeah. It's true. It's
the,
true.
the champ gets to live that life. We think we do until
I almost like you guys because it's like you're not lying to yourselves.
Oh
I mean,
no, yeah,
Oh, no, we're
the
real.
realist. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool that you
Yeah.
know you guys are weird
To
and
be
lame.
the man, you got to know you're not the man.
I kind of like you guys, kind of.
yeah.
Not quite there yet.
He
but
he respects that we respect our weird and
I
lameness.
guess I kind of respect you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's how he's okay with us.
Yeah.
All right. We set the standard, and he recognizes other weird and lame people.
Well, I thought he was like, he's a 10 hanging out with a bunch of threes and make him look like a 13. Like, that's what I kind of thought.
Well, no,
like.
that happens too.
Yeah,
That's,
okay.
that's insulting that you would consider me a 10.
Oh, is that insulting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's clearly a 20 out of a 10.
I'm
Because
sorry.
if I'm a 10 and you were, that would make you significantly less. Put you in the negatives, I'd say.
Are you talking about his dick again?
Well,
I mean, if you want to focus on that,
Hold up. I'm a big fan of comparison. So if you're 30,
I'm not whipping it
would
out.
that move us up to like a 9?
not a chance.
Oh, what about a 6?
Not a chance.
Maybe if like
Man, I feel like my wife's on across the room from not a chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I at some point want to be a 6 or higher on a scale that wasn't about like will he reoffend like list. Yeah,
me too.
one day, one
too.
day.
We all
one
have
day.
dreams.
So wait, La Crema.
There you go.
You are a double champion.
no.
You're the champion.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm quick. When I travel, just to give you a little snapshot of my life, I don't travel with luggage, right? So I don't want to.
Me neither. Frontier charges way too much for that shit.
You will fly Frontier. I get that.
Yeah.
Animals in Frontier. I can't stand them. especially the ones out of Philadelphia.
I thought Frontier was terrible until I took Spirit, and I was like, my lord.
See, that's your problem. You need to upgrade, buddy.
No, I'm a Frontier VIP.
Private planes, I'm guessing.
I'm a Sky Juggalo.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's literally what they call them, by the way, Champ. Champ, they actually call them Sky Juggalos. I swear to God.
That's terrible. But no, to answer your dumb question, but I guess it's accurate. Like, yeah, I have 2 championships. Ultimate Championship promotion. I'm the heavyweight champion out in Florida. No big deal. And of course, Atlantic All-Star Wrestling here local to you guys, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty kind of irritated that you guys have never been out there, but that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that
To the
offline.
Atlantic Ocean, it's free to go there. I've been there before.
They haven't
It's
heard
gross.
of Jersey, champ.
New
They don't go outside of
Jersey.
Delco.
I've been to Donkey's Cheesesteaks, Maury's Pier.
What can I ask why? Both states are both trash.
Because I'm fat. That's why I go to both.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
But you're not the only one. Say we're fat.
Have you ever
'Cause
been
everybody
to
in the
Maury's?
state is fat.
Have you ever been to Maury's
Pretty
Pier?
true.
Everyone
Pretty
is
true.
fat.
Yeah. So don't say
They have a wooden roller coaster.
You're not
that-
alone in this, buddy.
That's why. That's why if you could actually count on 2 hands, how many piers have fell into the water in Philadelphia and Jersey?
Where's
guys-
all the fat
where's
people.
AAW based
It's a
out of?
company based out of Philadelphia right now. Currently, they're running in Woodbury, New Jersey, but that's probably going to change here soon. Stay tuned. But this is what you call the independents in professional wrestling.
Yeah, the Indies.
right?
The Indies.
I'm
is
also
what they
not
call
a part of the
Indies.
Indies because I have a contract
You're
with
an Audi.
This is Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna get him to break character.
Back to
by the end
me.
of the fucking night.
I'm currently signed to the World Wrestling Council, WWC,
Mhm.
the most prominent promotion in Puerto Rico. Now stepping into their 51st year. In fact, their big 51st anniversary shows.
Is it
August
Is it 'cause
31st?
they're the 51st state? Is that like why they do that?
I don't know. I don't like Puerto Ricans either. If you ask me, so I don't really care, right?
I hope
Let's be
we don't get
serious.
flagged for that fucking comment.
Yeah,
he
you
is
should.
Puerto Rican, I think. Right?
No, I'm no.
I don't know. I just
Jesus.
saw a happy
Wow.
face. I
Wow.
saw a
Didn't you
laughing
just-
face.
Wow.
Didn't you just say you were? Oh, sorry, you're Dominicano. I'm sorry, Dominican.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Are you trying to get capped
Well,
up?
Yeah,
Yes, I am Dominican, but
I'm out
I
healing
venture to
him.
think that I'm more American than all you clowns here.
maybe.
You definitely know
but
more
not-
about
not-
America.
Not maybe. I'm for sure.
I don't
I'm
know.
the walking standard of what American looks like. Look at me. I'm handsome, which there aren't any handsome Americans
I was gonna
anymore.
say that is not the standard for
And
America.
I definitely almost died for this country for your fat ass to eat everything you want
Are you,
and not go to New Jersey to see me wrestle.
are you a veteran?
I'm handsome first. I'm a handsome veteran.
Yeah, I mean,
You did have to
I figure
preface
that's
that.
the order
What
of things.
branch?
Not a veterinarian because you're probably looking at me like a piece of chicken, right?
He thinks you'll eat chicken. Yeah, that's hilarious.
So wait, what branch? What branch?
I was an airman.
Fucking right, dude.
Yeah. Used to be.
Champ, is there anything you aren't awesome at?
You've clearly tried.
Not being
harder in life.
stupid. I'm not awesome at being stupid because I'm not stupid. Is that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, if it is, we got that one pretty
Yeah, you
good.
guys
Yeah,
are-
we have it locked.
You guys are first, second, and give him the bronze while you at it. Jeez.
But there's a
Triple
reason.
crown.
There you go.
You know, he does have a tattoo of nachos on his arm.
That is
Champs.
true.
Oh, well, you
That
have
is
that.
true.
To show him.
Why would
Show
you
him.
have that?
Show him, Holbrook.
What,
Show the
there?
champ.
Yeah.
It says, I love nachos. Tell him the story. Everybody got to tell the story. It's like kind of like a
had,
thing.
an acquaintance who got his girlfriend's name tattooed on him at 18. He's like, I'm going to love it forever. I'm like, that's so stupid. So I got the same thing. And I said, I'm not going to stop loving nachos. And I proved him right.
That's true. I mean, everyone loves nachos.
Kind of fair.
That's true.
I don't like nachos. I don't eat that trash.
Everyone besides
Mexicans
the
eat
champ.
nachos,
I
right?
was gonna say, yeah.
So to piggyback, may I speak, champ?
No. I mean, you gotta piggyback. Don't piggyback off of me. Come up with your own thoughts and ideas and express yourself on this live internet radio.
Yeah.
It's live internet radio. Thank
So-
you. Yes.
On this episode of Live Internet Radio,
Yes.
I
On this episode,
approached the champ
The champ. Yes.
and I asked him if he wanted to have
You
a podcast.
approached my people, and then they spoke to me, and
Yes.
they got back to you.
And they coerced
Yes.
him into this.
I don't talk to trash.
it makes sense.
It checks out.
You don't need to lower yourself to the trash's level.
Don't tell me how to
So,
live. I know these
After
things.
I got all the clearance,
Who is this guy? Nachos Are Life. That is not his physique. If Nachos Are Life, he wouldn't look like that.
He looks like he'd be good in AAW, man.
He's not even American. How do you say that last name?
Gervais.
It's the
Yeah,
it's,
something like
it's
that.
the guy
I don't
who
know.
It's un-American, is what it is.
It's the guy who did the original Office. That's Ricky
Ricky-
Gervais.
Ricky
Ricky
Gervais,
Gervais. It's Ricky
yeah.
Gervais. Yeah.
So he's a British fella.
He
Yeah, yeah.
changed his first name so he wouldn't stick out.
He's a dapper bloke.
There you go.
I
What
mean,
do you-
everybody loves
What do
Ricky
you, what do you
Gervais.
think, what do you
besides
think about the
champ.
English, champ?
I think they need to know how to speak English.
Yeah, the English do need to know to speak English better. I mean, it makes
So-
sense. It's actually one of the most profound things ever said on the air here. I mean,
Aluminium.
What is
Yeah.
that?
That's what they call aluminum.
I get it. Why do you have to say it that way?
That's what they call it.
So
I
the
don't
English,
know.
how's how the English
I'm from this
say
side
it?
of the Prime Meridian.
This place. This is not
I
speaking
got
about
the
it.
laugh.
This is
I want
horrible.
credit.
This is horrible.
I want credit.
I'm not gonna lie. I
This
didn't
is
think you were gonna get it.
I got
didn't
it.
think- I didn't think you were gonna get it.
I'm laughing at this.
You got a sticker.
I'm laughing at the justification. I'm from this side. Like this side is just as bad.
What are the Prime Meridian?
So what side?
Take this Western
What
Hemisphere.
area is the best then in the champ
I'm
side?
from.
I thought you were the world champ. You got to defend the whole world, man.
I tend to have multiple locations because in remote places that I will not discuss.
Parts unknown.
Lots of women you have to pleasure. I'd imagine.
He has to keep them safe. That's why he's not gonna mention.
No,
it.
it's not that. I just don't really care to express these things. But I mean, unfortunately, I had a crazy dumb upbringing, being born and raised in New York City. I had to leave that junk. I have a little house here and there. By little, I mean huge in Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I have
How many mansions would you say generally? I know you don't want to give the exact number out.
right now.
Yeah.
I have 3, and I'm renting one currently.
Okay.
Renting out or you are renting?
I'm renting out.
Okay. It's all about location and owning the
You know what?
property, so
After the
we're
first
renting
one, he
out.
thought, you know what? I should rent these others.
Why not?
Yeah.
It's like guitars, man. If you
Like,
have
do,
one, you
do,
might as well
do you
have
charge
30.
extra just so they can be in the champ's house? Like, is it just more than what it would normally be?
No,
Is that
no,
like a-
because typically I rent to people in my status.
Gotcha.
Um,
Like, give me an example of somebody who'd be in your
No.
status. Okay.
No, we'll not do that. Definitely nobody in Philadelphia sports.
Oh, come on, man.
Definitely none of those guys.
Wait, what's your go-to sports like team then?
Okay, so you want to go there? Let's go there.
Oh,
Here's
please.
the one thing I will say about New York.
I hope
I am a proud fan of the 27-time world champion New York Yankees.
it's fine. You're from
He's
New
from there.
York.
He's allowed
Yeah,
to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It's like,
It's like saying,
that
I'm
one
a
doesn't
proud
hurt you.
Phillies fan.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
horrible.
Everyone, you're fine.
Yeah, but Philly
First of
fans
all,
no, they
just
are
dumb.
horrible.
any
champ.
Phillies
They are.
fan will not tell you they're
Are you a
proud of
Lakers
anything.
fan?
No, why?
I don't know, because you're the champ, dude. I thought champs respect champs.
No, I don't respect anybody but myself. I mean, it's obvious, right? Come on now. Are you kidding me? Let's be serious here. You know? Come on now. You know?
So, I mean, I have to admit, I've been degraded by many people, and that's just today.
Me
Your
too.
wife being one of them.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah. Apparently, she only likes to have sex with the lights off. I get it.
Ah,
I'm the proud father of 3 out of the 4 children we have. Still trying to figure out the 4th one.
let me
But,
ask you a question. How
Yeah.
many? What's the gender of your children?
oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I never said I was a good father.
I don't write the
champ.
Christmas cards.
Yeah. Champ, I just pump them out. Like, that's it. I'm
Oh,
done.
okay, so
I'm
you don't
done.
know what okay.
Yeah,
I spray, pray, and then they.
Yeah.
Whatever happens,
do their
happens. I
own
like
thing,
it.
yeah.
I actually like that idea.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want me raising your kids, even
Spray,
if they're mine.
pray, and go away.
Yeah.
That is the top 3 commandments, in my opinion.
I think
My-
children are the scum of the world. Personally, they're egotistical and just nasty creatures.
The
but
children are literally
Children.
disease-carrying
They
parasites.
are. They
Yeah,
really are.
absolutely. We
Disease
should rid the world of children.
I
I
think
mean,
we should.
I'm on board with this.
Yeah.
Start with mine.
I mean, that's a quick
I mean,
way to get to the
be honest with you.
apocalypse. But you know, I mean, we could do that.
I mean, I lived a good
We
life.
could.
I don't care what happens to the world after that. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with the champ on this
If
one.
we don't do something, the world's going to be gone in 2180. I'm like, yeah, like,
Dude, a super-
okay.
a super volcano could go off tomorrow, and we're all fucked.
You guys are.
So the only thing that will survive is cockroaches.
You didn't
and
know the
totally
champ-
good.
They don't have volcanoes in the Dominican Republic now.
Well, you guys don't have
Because
the.
we don't know that one of his houses
Or New York.
is in an active volcano because he lives on the edge, literally. Like that's what he
true.
does.
I am an active volcano
Yeah.
Is it, does it,
because I'm on
are
fire.
you hotter than lava? Is that why it doesn't affect you?
pretty much?
Lava avoids him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, that's the champ. I'm going.
They go that way. Yeah, there you go. See that?
Yeah. Pompeii, fuck that noise.
That's
what it is.
also how the champ saves lives.
He, like,
He
Mount
doesn't
St.
do it for
Helens
them. He
is-
does it for himself. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Like
Yeah.
that's his slogan. I get it.
He wants to make the lava scared and keep them scared.
I feel like you turn a lot of women down, not just because you can, but because you don't think they deserve to be with you. Is that like a fair assessment?
What region are we talking about? Here, Delco?
No, I'm just saying in general. I mean,
I'm saying Delco. I
Yeah.
want to hear this next fucking promo. I want to hear this promo. Yes, we're saying Delco women.
I'll tell you, you know what? I have the perfect anecdote. One time, I was traveling here, wrestling, doing my thing like nobody else can. And what do you call a Delco person? A Delco night? I don't know. Let's come up with
Delconian.
Yeah. We made our own name.
We did actually have to go look that up.
I'm so sorry.
It sounds freaking terroristic or something, man.
Definitely.
It pretty much
Definitely.
is. I mean,
You're not far off.
Oh
Yeah.
my. Anyways,
look at
this
the
person
heritage.
approached me, trying to make her advances towards me, and she was a solid 3. I mean, she was hot.
Man,
for
that's
here, right?
fucking hot.
For here, she's
Yeah.
hot. Yeah,
Wow.
right.
That's
And,
Barnaby's hot.
Can you give me her number off air?
Well, I
3.
I would have had that number, but I started to get an itch on my neck.
Yeah, dude.
Next thing you know,
The rash. Yeah.
next thing you know, I have to get treated like by taking some penicillin shots, all because she breathed on me.
Yeah, that's why we
Yeah.
have so many Planned Parenthoods around here because
Yeah.
you need there's a rash. They give a rash.
She was
sometimes.
disgusting. All she did was talk to me.
Yeah. No, I get it. I mean,
It's
No,
a
I-
disgusting human.
we literally carry penicillin in our pockets at all times.
to
just
this
for
day,
that
I don't know
reason.
what happened. I just know that I needed something. I got
I'm
cured,
immune
and
to
that was
Z
it.
packs thanks to Barnaby's.
Oh wow!
Mhm. Yeah, you can only
Which
do them every 2
Barnaby's?
years. Actually, all of them, but the Ridley House mostly.
Okay.
They can change their name, but your body doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they sponsor this live internet radio?
Oh no, they have actually wronged us several times.
Really?
Yeah, you can hate on them if you want.
Well, fuck them.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
I was about to say the same thing.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are not the champs. They are the ice cold.
They're the non-champs.
They're the non-champs. Yeah.
Losers. Straight out and
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah, but one of the things that we are about to release is the reason why we have Tony here.
Mm.
And Chris and I, like I said, we've been doing
Internet radio shows. Yeah.
for a long time,
But this one is live.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah.
live internet radio.
Live.
and we did this for a long time, and then we thought, how can we expand? And we have been doing the videography for a bunch of pro wrestling leagues
Fucking right.
for a long time now, and we're not going to stop. We have about like 4 or 5 under our belts, and we're going to keep going.
This shit is super fun.
So one thing that my business partner Chris did as a very, very brilliant idea is you will see it on the PA Turnpike in Fort Washington, but we have 2 billboards. One is it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. The champ was
Perfect.
out of the country and still got me the perfect picture. Like God just said, champ, send this to them.
He seems like a guy who could do that.
And we got it set. The people with the billboard company made the absolute perfect advertisement.
It
But
became perfect after his picture was on.
it did. It
I-
wasn't until then. But
I feel like he has to destroy the camera
This is
after
no-
it takes a picture of you because
Oh.
it
Does the
it
camera
doesn't
thank
deserve-
you after it takes a picture? of
or
you?
come? It may
Yeah.
come too. I mean, I could understand that if that would
Mhm.
happen.
well, the camera comes and then
Yeah.
it thanks him.
Okay,
Because that's only proper manner.
that's proper
It-
manners. Yeah.
They cream us.
But you'll
Yeah.
see this if you're driving
Now
down the
you're
PA
getting it.
Turnpike and you'll look over to the side and you'll see a Perjangers exclusive life of an indie pro wrestler,
oh, you guys doing?
Tony Yolanda.
I'm gonna smack you across your face, leyenda. But it's okay. It's okay.
My
There-
tongue's
there's the
broken.
Is it really okay though, champ? I mean,
You gotta understand. These guys that you see here, they're pretty dumb. Who the hell is opening the door right now? Anyways, back to these dummies. These guys are pretty dumb and ugly, by the way. But
Very.
this ugly dummy right here is actually one of the finest photographers I've ever seen in my life. And this ugly dummy here to my right is one of the best videographers I've ever seen in my life as well. Call a spade a spade. You gotta give credit where credit is due. So my people, I should say, are really happy that we've joined forces to make this documentary a thing because people don't often know what any wrestler goes through.
The struggles.
I guess the struggles. I don't really see it that way.
No.
The thing is a little bit funky because they started recording this at a time where I'm technically, I'm an indie wrestler still, but I'm technically not signed.
I thought we didn't use the I word.
Well, I'm not an indie wrestler anymore technically because you could catch me on national TV in Latin American countries though every Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. or on YouTube at 2 p.m. and Saturday and Sundays when after it airs live. So it's like it's one of those funny things. There's a lot happening. So I think it'll make for a good documentary because people always want to identify with me as a person, but it just can't happen.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm right. There's nothing relatable about me. I'm just too handsome. I'm incredibly too rich. I mean, what can you say?
My God.
So how can I relate? So these guys had a brilliant deal. Well, let's just record something, and maybe people will actually start to understand why you act the way you do, and your story, your success story, your humble beginnings.
Speech I gave the
now.
Upper Dark Police after that Collies incident.
Yeah.
Word for word.
So
I'm just too
I'm not
handsome. You don't know why I do the things I do, officer.
The chip on the shoulder is there for a reason, and I wanted to highlight the trials and tribulations.
Don't say chip on your shoulders because then he'll get hungry.
So the trials and tribulations.
You guys got to pay attention. Okay.
The trials and tribulations
He likes
that
nachos.
Lemma had endured throughout his life.
Do you guys go? Do you guys go down to like the other countries when he's doing that stuff and like film it?
No, I'm not putting him on my plane.
He would not. He
That's
would
a
not
funny
let
question.
us.
I'm not gonna put him on my plane.
No.
Are you stupid? I mean, yeah, we know you're dumb, but
Yeah.
come on now. Come on now. You guys can fly Frontier, is it?
He doesn't
Frontier.
even.
They do go to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Beyond that, you're kind of.
He doesn't even
going
let the
to
pilot
Dominican.
fly with him. He flies the plane.
It's
Like,
true.
he's like, you're not cool enough to be on my. Even
The
up to
plane
pilot.
flies itself.
Yeah.
It doesn't even need a pilot.
no, it
just
actually-
respects.
it
the
actually-
plane.
it actually
I have a
floats.
guy. I have a guy.
At least 2 times out
And
of the
some
16
girls,
times
you
I've flown
know.
Frontier, I'm pretty sure they were just like, one of you is going to have to be the co-pilot, and 8 of you are going to have to get on push.
How many women have to be on board said plane at a time to make the travel back and forth for you to be comfortable?
Well, it's an all-women crew, so now you have the maintainers that don't get to go on the plane.
Okay.
You do have a crew chief that goes on the plane.
Okay.
You have my personal
quote is met
assistants because
Massage.
stewardess is like, I guess it's taboo now.
Mhm.
Oh my God, we're gonna get canceled. We can't say anything.
You have a female chef. on
I'm
the
surprised you
plane,
got Perjangers cleared. That's offensive to somebody somewhere. Yeah, but I had those, right?
I know I feel offended by it
And we actually have a female co-pilot, believe it or not. You know why?
I'm glad you
because
made
she's
it.
hot.
I was in this.
No, because she's qualified, Al. 2024.
Yeah, man. This guy gets it.
Jesus.
This guy gets it.
Progress,
all right?
Al.
She got 5,000 hours
man.
in the sky.
Yeah.
No, yeah, women.
Hashtag woke.
No, it's diversity, man. I like to diversify. So
She's a veteran with lots of flight hours, Al. That's how she got the
diversify.
fucking job.
No, it's all honestly, it's all a part of my diversity initiative. So, for example, she's Colombian. The crew chief is Dominican. One of my stewards is Puerto Rican. I have another one who's Venezuelan. Pretty diverse, right?
Yeah.
And the maintainers are American. But she doesn't get to
Power
go
move.
on.
Thank God you let them
Power
know.
move.
Diversity. That's all it is.
I like.
And would you say like hanging out with us would be your charitable donations?
He's
No,
writing it off.
Yeah, I bet he is. I know I would write me off at the end of the day too.
Well, this has to be charity because I should be wearing a biohazard suit being in this dump right now.
That's true. We haven't.
He's
swept
like,
in a
yeah,
while.
that checks out.
We haven't vacuumed in a while.
Yeah.
I took the.
That's
vacuum.
what he was worried about.
I took the vacuum.
Oh
in
my
November
God,
and
there
no
are
one's asked
crumbs on
questions.
this carpet.
Yeah.
It's more than just
How
crumbs.
dare you?
Just
The-
crumbs.
actually,
Just
the
remove some of those letters, and you see exactly what's spread over this carpet.
So,
actually the vacuum.
The mice are getting more courage. They like
so
don't run
I
away.
would
if
like
you
to
turn
give
the
a
lights
shout
on
out
anymore.
to a bunch of the organizations that we've had the pleasure of filming Tony.
Absolutely.
So shout out to Darren Gillette and Super Crazy Pro Wrestling.
Okay.
based
100%.
over
Darren's
in Gloucester
great.
City, New Jersey,
Amazing guy.
where this gentleman was the longest reigning Super Crazy professional wrestling heavyweight champion of all time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Tell
As
him,
it should
tell him
be.
you're welcome. After I took over from Black Jesus, who's now your wrestling guy. He's an NWA superstar.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I was the following champion, but I did
Billy
longer and
Corgan
better.
and all that shit, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm prettier than him though.
You
shout
are,
out,
man. You're a good looking dude.
shout out to SPO Wrestling and Johnny Cashmere in the back seats.
100% love Johnny Cashmere. That guy's great.
Shout out to Atlantic All Star Wrestling and Uncle Dino
Uncle
in
Dino.
Woodbury, New Jersey, and ACPW Wrestling in Media, Pennsylvania, Delaware
Frankie
County.
fucking Frizzo and Gemini and Kwame. Used to go to those shows back in the day.
So he's quoting, we talked about it
Yeah.
off air, Patrick Bernard.
Pat Bernard. Yeah.
Is that
Um,
Frankie Frizzo's name?
Yes.
I didn't want to know that. He's Frankie Frizzo. He's the only Frankie Frizzo to me.
No,
He'll
he
never
does
not
that.
be.
He will tell me wrestlers' actual names, and it'd be like, I feel like my whole world has been broken down right
So
now.
why'd you mess up my last name if he tells your wrestler's last name?
Yeah, I agree.
Because I also don't listen.
So I had the pleasure of inducting Patrick Nart into the ACPW Hall of Fame. I've only met him like twice.
Do you
in my
mean
lifetime.
Frankie Frizzo?
Yes.
My hero.
And the other one of his other members in his Hall of Fame class
Kwame?
was
Gemini.
Rob Prefontaine. Rest in peace.
I've heard a lot. Yes, and I've heard.
I probably know him, but he didn't tell me I smelled like shit and chug a beer with me outside. So
Right,
that's why Frankie Frizzo will always be remembered by
Rob
me.
Prefontaine, you're trying to get me to break here. He means a lot to me because when I first relocated here from Texas and I had no place to wrestle because I relocated in the pandemic, he kind of indoctrinated me to the Northeast wrestling style. And I taught a lot. In fact, my finisher was my brainchild, and he helped me perfect it and made me do it over and over and over. Now, until I got it right, until I couldn't get it wrong, which is the difference.
Oh, that's
so
actually a good
I love that
fucking
guy.
phrase, man.
And when he,
I like
in
that
my line of
phrase.
work, past life, it's like every single month somebody dies, and he was one that didn't expect, and that one hit hard. So you're messing with me
His
right now.
was very unexpected.
Oh, Rob Prefontaine.
Well, I actually have a legitimate question here, like
to him, because everyone else you guys just mentioned is
Right,
great, and if you guys are giving him the praise out of everything, that dude fucking seems like a champ.
Smart guy.
But you said you came from Texas up to the Atlantic region, and you said the style. Use the term style is different. Is there a difference in the style of wrestling from one area to another?
Yes and no. I broke in San Antonio, Texas, the formerly known as the Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy, now the Texas Wrestling Academy.
Yeah.
And depending on
Daniel Bryan went there and all that shit.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Fellow alumni. So depending on where, that's Texas is huge.
Did you go there because you were in the services that was stationed out of San Antonio?
Rumor has it that I used to be an instructor there. No big deal.
Oh, okay.
I was the man there. I'm the man everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Of course you are.
Yeah. But anyways, depending on where you are in Texas, the fans are either very old school or they're very modernized. Here in the Northeast, they demand that you do a little bit more that the champ will not do because the champ works on the champ's term. And Rob Prefontaine, all he did was expose me to that and show me how to circumvent their wants as opposed to what I want and the psychology behind that. Because it is a slightly different style.
Ring psychology is 90% of the fucking story.
No. When La Crema's in the ring, I'm 100% of the story. That's what you really want to say. That's the difference.
You're good, man.
But I'm not good. I'm the best.
But you won't find the right word to compliment him.
Good. I love
it. Doesn't exist.
I
I don't think
any words that come out of our mouths wouldn't be.
Well,
enough.
maybe that's a project for you guys to come up with. You guys like making up new words
Perjangers?
because the word does not exist. Perjangers is a good word. I'm telling you.
Perjangers is a good one.
That is a good word.
I declared myself a Perjanger once. Only happened once.
Do
Not
you
gonna
know-
do it again.
And I'm sorry to cut you off, champ, but this is the perfect time to say the definition of a Perjanger.
Can I try to attack it and you guys correct me? I want to see if I'm true to the game here.
Okay.
Well, here's what I love about the Perjanger definition, and I added to my lexicon, by the way, because a Perjanger, what is a Perjanger? I argue that you guys are Perjangers. A Perjanger is anybody who chooses to do anything with 150% effort.
A John that cares.
What's that word you used?
A John.
That's
that
a
cares.
stupid word that's specific to this region, isn't it?
Like the
is.
anti.
Pretty much. It's the dumbest word in the world.
it
I'll be
the
honest.
I hate that word and I hate water. Is joint and water. Let's
With
get it
that
right.
physique, you don't drink
Water,
any
yeah.
water?
Water.
Wooder?
It's
War is what I've
Wow.
been through in Iraq and
it's like the thong
Afghanistan.
song.
Water
John,
is
John,
nothing.
John.
Yeah.
And then the John. What is this John thing?
It's anything.
To be honest
It's
with you,
stupid.
Champ-
We say joint in New
So
York.
is a Perjanger
Champ,
the
can you grab me that, John?
anti-jabroni?
I don't know if I like the word jabroni too much.
Well, it'd be the anti.
I'm from the area, champ, and I honestly hate the word too. I honestly do. I'm
What,
not a
John?
big fan of John. Really not.
I think
Never-
it's
I never
overly
understood
used.
it.
It's overly used.
If you went to me,
is.
it replaced the word balls because everything
Yeah.
is hot as balls, cold as balls.
It did not replace
Yeah.
that. It's a noun.
I'm siding with him, honestly. That didn't replace
It's a
balls.
noun.
Well,
at
it didn't
all.
replace
That's
it,
not
but
even the right word.
It replaced the people, the way
the
people
only time
used
I've
it.
ever actually used is when I was in the food industry and like the service industry, where you're just like you're so fried and you're out and you're just like,
Grab
I need
that
that
door.
order.
He
for
was in the
41.
food industry.
Yeah, of course.
No, he is the food industry.
Shockingly.
Perjangers. I missed something. What did I miss about Perjangers?
A Perjanger is a person or group who love or infatuated with nerd and geek culture. And the beauty about that statement is that you could be a nerd or a geek about anything.
So it's the Dorchestra.
At the end of the day, when you ask what a Perjanger is, it's 42. It's that hard-working nerd who loves wrestling, is making it his passion. He's making people know this is what I was meant to do. You should worship me. And you know what? They should. But Tony is the ultimate
So
Perjanger.
is someone a Perjanger by default, or is it a Perjanger towards the medium that they're talking about?
Being a fan, like
You're not
an
tied to
uber
one
fan,
media.
a nerd, a geek about a subject. Because you have
All
music nerds,
subject.
you have weed nerds, you have
Me as a music nerd, am I a
film
Perjanger
nerds. Yeah.
for that?
You're
What
a
if I'm a
Perjanger.
level Perjanger? Like, I love wrestling too.
We love multifaceted Perjangers.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen you guys love like comic books and shit.
Yeah.
That ain't
We
my cup
have
of tea.
many comic book artists on our podcast. I have a podcast.
So do
for
Perjangers
an
unite
internet
over
radio
that?
show. I have a couple internet radio shows. I'm
Nice
learning,
correction.
champ.
Nice
I'm
That's a
learning.
real good one, yeah.
I have an
IRS,
internet
they
radio
call it.
show of Tales of the Hunted.
Yeah, what's that? I kind of looked into that, but I don't have the sound
It's
on.
my interview
Jeopardy
show.
was on. Sorry.
I understand. Jeopardy.
It was the Jeopardy International Tournament, or as Ken Jennings calls
Yeah,
it, the JIT.
Jeopardy's Bay. I get that, but Tales of the Hunted is something that Chris and I did Triforce podcast, and outside of that, we had
Spell
a
it.
project.
TRY. You just
Yeah,
got to
TRY.
try.
I'm inviting the lawsuits because we're spelled differently and we have nothing to do with Zelda. So the the Tales of the Hunted was a podcast I did out of that,
And
to
then a
where
radio show. That's
all my podcast friends were busy. So I
Internet
went,
radio friends.
yeah.
God, you guys are gonna just. I will start to say that word.
the
And you guys
opposite-
just finish.
Is the
okay?
opposite of Perjangers perwankers?
It is now.
Because they sound like they're perwankers then.
It is definitely now. It is definitely. You guys just made another
I
word.
mean, we were just talking about English language, but I mean, perwankers fits into this perfectly.
So in history, in the annals of
We need a
history,
definition after
it'll
that.
be us.
Don't say
of-
annals around him. He gets
in the
excited.
annals of
In the annals of
in
history.
the annals of
Yeah.
his Tory.
It's very fitting.
I'm so sorry. I know some words that
In
are
the
funny.
annals of his Tory.
Yeah.
Which one?
Who's
They-
Tory and why is
You
hold up around his
guys, well,
anals?
my point was when
The
people
hell
are
Joe
looking.
Tory?
are.
Rich Tory. The
I think my
annals of-
point was in when people look down our anal canals of history,
Now
Yeah.
we're talking.
Yeah,
they they will see Perjangers right next to you guys.
When
right
I
next
look
to that word.
when I look down the annals of history, I count the rings to find out how old it is.
When you're like,
Is it like a tree?
Yes.
Are you sure? I didn't see that sci.org article. I'm pretty. I'll
it's a
look
Wikipedia.
again.
They keep trying to edit it, but yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
So
Haters.
Perjanger is someone who's just
Yeah,
enthusiastic about their niche in nerd culture, or
Because
whatever niche is up
a
there.
nerd and a
Right.
geek were
Yeah.
originally it was a derogatory term to make people feel bad. So why not make this a positive? Because if you're super nerdy about comic books and superheroes
That's
and
our
wrestling right
word.
now, you're one of the most popular people ever. Because
Yeah,
there's some of the
Marvel and all that
most
shit, yeah.
popular
Everyone has definitely
entertainment.
swung now.
Well, think about it. So people out there still ignorant, think that we're stupid for doing whatever we do, even though it's what we do for a living, right? So
Yeah.
how does that dumb? But
Yeah.
so whatever. I'll be a Perjanger.
Champ, they're allowed to go to Walmart in the morning and just rag on us all they want because they work at Walmart.
Do you get berated by people at Walmart? That
Not
is actually
anymore.
kind of a down.
Not
down.
anymore.
No, I get harassed by females at Walmart though.
Oh, I bet.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
My wife just messaged me saying she's watching the show and she's soupy as shit. Like, this
Yeah.
is what she told me. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's never said that when I was on.
I believe the phrase.
Yeah.
To believe moister.
Yeah,
than,
I can see that happening.
Yeah.
moister than an oyster was tweeted at me by 3 different chicks in the
Oh, yeah?
last like 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But that was behind.
They're like
the,
Delco hot. They're like
that was
3.5.
behind the glass at the media courthouse, though.
Yeah.
I thought it was. I thought he had one of those. What's that show called? The Boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I think he was talking to an actual oyster,
Yeah.
like that swimming guy.
Now I'm
in that
hungry
movie.
again.
It felt
Yeah.
like the deep.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's his name.
Yeah, if it fit.
That
with-
was the name of
with his
Holbrook's
size.
friend in Bonner, the Deep.
What, the oyster?
Yeah. those-
My sweaty friend, moister than the
Yeah.
oyster.
We call him the deep. Why? He's moister than an oyster. All right, I'm in.
All right, so you got what's Tales of the Hunted?
Off the
What's
Ridley
it
Swim
about?
Club.
Man, what a segue. So, you're welcome, Frank. So, I have an interview podcast. You could believe it. I can be an adult.
I don't know what
Internet radio.
podcast is.
And I have former Punisher War Journals inker, Frank Percy. He worked for Marvel, DC,
He's from Clifton,
Dark
right?
Horse.
Swarthmore.
Swarthmore.
He lives in there, but he's
He
from
was
New
an-
York.
He was actually an answer on Delco Jeopardy when we wrote it one year.
He's gonna love that. What was the question?
It was one of those things where you phrase it where you're like, this is his name, he did this shit, and the answer was the Punisher.
Okay.
Just because we wanted like a mass media to know what it was. But
I
yeah, he
really
was a big
just
part of
wanted you
that.
to say that on.
I can find the episode.
I wanted you to say that here, so I can show this to him
Yeah.
when he says, "Frank Percy, who?" They know you, Frank, just like everybody else.
We
Modest
every November we
motherfucker.
do an episode called
He is,
Delco
huh?
Jeopardy.
Oh my god!
Frank Percy is one of the most gentlest souls
Oh
that
my
you
God.
can.
And
picture in a
he
human
is
being.
he has a Delco top. He said he's in Swarthmore.
Well, yeah,
in
he's in
Swarthmore,
Swarthmore,
Pennsylvania.
and that's the thing is that Frank has his own comic coming out, and it's called Caribe the Hunted. Frank and I got together when we were doing another project. He asked me to. He was talking to somebody else, and I just kind of threw out there that I wrote for a animated web anthology, Tales of the Morgue, Unfortunate
Is
Deaths
that
and
like
Unfortunate
how
Ways.
we call something else an internet radio show?
Yeah. So I made a
It
show.
was a cartoon. So
Yeah, it was a
okay.
it was
there
a
we
web
go.
cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was a web cartoon. Me and my buddy, we did it. It was indie, so we had no money, and we made 2 episodes.
We
He
don't
wrote
use
one,
the I
wrote
word
the other.
indie around the champ.
Right.
There's
doesn't
nothing
like
wrong with
that
the word
word.
indie.
As long as you just don't say he's in.
So I wrote that episode.
What's wrong with indie?
I thought you said that we can't use the word indie.
No, I didn't say
You're
that.
the world champ.
He's not
You
indie.
can't-
Is
I
what
said
we
no.
He's
did.
not
I,
indie.
I
He
said
is
I said
not
that I
indie.
am indie. I have 2 titles from the independent scene, but I'm also a signed athlete for a major company
Mhm.
in Latin
Mhm.
America. That's the only difference. There's nothing wrong with indie. Indies are professionals as well. By
It's
the
true.
way,
It's true.
they
Yeah.
just haven't had that
The
big
best,
break. I
the
guess
best matches I've ever seen in real life were indie shows.
Oh my God.
Whether it's
SPO.
CZW, whether it's fucking
Mhm.
ACPW, whether it's the fucking the one we did with Mike
Hybrid.
Hamilton and Hybrid.
I'm telling you right now, some of
Entertaining as
the
fuck in the
best
ring, man.
wrestling, and I wasn't even. I told Chris this.
Shout out to Hybrid Wrestling. They are now affiliated with SBO Wrestling.
Fucking
Okay.
right.
Johnny Cashmere in the back.
Johnny Cashmere and SPO Wrestling. I did
I
videography
love
for
that name,
them.
Johnny Cashmere.
Oh yeah, he's great. He comes out to the song too. So he had this hardcore match. It was down in Gloucester City, and
I want
it
one
was
in to
my
be
first
Colin
one.
sweat shorts.
That episode just dropped on Trip TV on SBO Wrestling's YouTube page. So it's Johnny
It's
Cashmere
An
versus the
amazing
Feral
show.
Face.
It was my first hardcore match that I've actually done videography for, and
Did they
I
bring out a
was
pizza cutter?
whole in. No barbed wire, fluorescent
skewers.
bulbs, skewers.
Skewers.
It was brutal. Like all the other people around me had
Tacks.
like gloves. They had safety equipment.
Yeah. No,
I had this fedora and my glasses, and they're
You're a
like, "You're
fedora
fine."
guy.
Did they also have hepatitis C?
That's true.
After
Jeez.
Abdullah, the
He
butcher,
gave it to him. That's the
you gotta
funny
watch
part.
out for that.
He's actually a staple in the
the
company I'm signed at
down
currently.
the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
Champ,
Him
I want to
and Carlos
hear. I
Colon
want to
had a
hear about
couple
the champ for a
feuds
second. I want to hear about
Everybody does.
what's the champ's greatest match if you had to pick one.
My next one.
such a good
Done.
answer.
Done.
That is such a good answer.
Done.
I will say,
That's
you
extra.
and Max.
He's good. He's good.
Man, fuck that. Can you curse here?
Yes.
You
Fuck!
can curse.
I
here.
don't ever curse on promos. I'm gonna let loose a little bit.
You go with
Fuck
that.
Max Castellanos. I can't stand him.
Oh, Nick's little brother. I hate him.
Max is he's a talent in well, he's big Texas, and he's actually one of Booker T's guys in Texas.
Gotcha.
And we had a showdown, at the
Houston
OK
boy?
Corral. He's actually not a Houston boy. He's I guess what they call the Valley, from the Valley in Texas. But he's a Booker T guy now, and he's one of his top guys, and he's known. He's known.
So, Hobart, let me paint the
And
picture.
we
for you.
killed it. We killed it. But I killed him. But we killed it.
You ended up winning. That's you. You
The
retained.
champ always stays.
We had a
champ.
great dance, but I was better.
So let me paint the picture. This was WrestleMania week. We had a super show over at
What
Woodbury, New Jersey.
WrestleMania?
Oh, that one.
Yes, I went with my son.
No, which one? This one?
This one.
was
Yeah,
One in
this one.
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So
What a horrible
WrestleMania
place for
week,
American
there was,
WrestleMania,
There was
right?
multiple shows, and
Philadelphia.
the champ here, La Crema, had 2 shows. One at Gloucester City for
Yeah.
Super Crazy, and a cage match, which he ended up, unfortunately,
Just shut your mouth.
I won't say a word. And then he went for the All for One show where he retained his title.
Talk about that one, yeah.
He retained his title against Max
done
Castellanos,
with
and he reigned supreme.
Where's the All
still.
for One show at?
What's that?
Where's the All for One
Gloucester
show
City.
at?
Gloucester
was also
City.
Gloucester
It was
City.
in
No, that was
representation of the-
Woodbury.
No, yeah.
No.
Cage match was in Gloucester City.
Cage match
Yes,
was Gloucester.
yes, it
Woodbury
was,
was
yeah.
All for One,
Oh my god.
and that was in combination with 2 other wrestling promotions on top of Atlantic All Star Wrestling.
Right.
So 3 Legacies Wrestling out in Lancaster,
Mhm.
Okay.
which they're actually going to be doing a show on October 18th.
The owner
in
of that
Newman,
company, it's formerly known as Ricardo Rodriguez.
Pennsylvania.
Alberto Del Rios.
Jesus
Yeah,
Rodriguez
yeah,
runs
yeah,
that
yeah.
company.
He's the man who runs that show.
And then there was 1 CW from Sean Hardy down in Delaware, Delaware.
Videographer for both of those events,
Fucking
by
A.
the way. One of the
Look
it
good.
was my first cage match, and I got to tell you, we have
Did you win?
DJI. We had DJI gimbal, 4K cameras. Okay,
I don't know what any of that means.
It's a bunch of nerd
The
talk.
things you just
It
told
looks
me,
like a
I
stick.
thought is how you weighed cocaine.
Okay, it looks like this.
DGA
All right?
4
Got that
kilo?
camera? Can
So-
you pull out that camera?
That camera that Tony has over there, it's essentially a stick, right?
You mean like Crema, the champ?
Yeah, and I had that.
So we had a small
And you had
opening
gaps.
in the cage that we could.
Was
fit
one of the
that through.
cages that was like chain link, or was it like the big open bars? And
You
all that
had
shit?
it was
No,
you had 4 sections that you could actually put your arm through, and you had to hold it like this, or you had to go and
It's dangerous, man. You got.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was
Men
a.
throwing each
I'm
other
not gonna lie to you. It
around.
was a piece of shit cage that the champion had no business being in it.
that's very true.
I'm just gonna lie to you right
That's
now.
very true.
I blame the cage.
I do too. I
Yeah.
mean, the champ deserved better.
Was it made from like a local recycling plant?
It was
Maybe.
probably made by a whole bunch of homeless people from Kensington.
Well, be careful.
Was it made with mostly leftover catalytic converters?
It was probably made with a whole bunch of herpes spread across it. It was
Ketamine.
disgusting.
You said homeless, and
Ketamine.
Holbrook gets very excited when you bring up the homeless.
Yeah.
A homeless one was there. So
Out
it's
of all the
probably
things
his
you said
cage.
tonight, that
Enough
was the
said.
hungriest I've been.
I got to tell you, if there's any wrestler that you should not mention in front of the champ, it's a homeless wrestler.
Why?
I mean, Homeless Vaughn is great. He's an amazing dude.
I
Especially that last SPO match.
I mean, I smacked him a couple of
What's
times
his
already.
name?
Homeless
Homeless
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Look up Super
This
Crazy Professional
Vaughn?
Wrestling. You'll see
Vaughn.
Homeless Vaughn.
Oh
He is
my God.
Apparently
Homeless
the
Vaughn.
Skid
I'm
Row
telling
heavyweight
you,
champion.
I've never seen somebody come out of an intro and more people
It's so ugly.
gladly give him money.
Yeah, because they were.
Actual
You
money.
know why though, right?
Because he looks homeless when he comes out. He is selling that look.
No, he is
He
homeless.
is actually from the
but
streets
do you
of Kensington.
know
It's not a
why
good
they do
picture.
that? Do you know why they do that?
Because bum fights
Well,
can't
we're
happen
talking
anymore.
about psychology, right?
Mhm.
The art of wrestling, psychology. These people give him money and compassion because they
Believe.
are bums as well.
Yeah.
So
That
they
makes
figure
sense. That makes sense.
he has less than me. Let me do my good and do the
So
good. Good will come back to me.
Along the same
It's
lines of
stupid
birds of a
stuff
feather
here,
flock together kind
and
of
which is
thing.
why they don't like me.
I just feel
I'm
so
too rich. I'm
honored.
too handsome. I'm too beautiful. I'm too everything they will never be.
It's like when
And you know what? I'd probably hate myself. No, I wouldn't. I mean, I get it. I get why they feel that way. But it's like, why am I the bad guy? When
It's
I
like
was,
when-
I didn't
yeah.
choose this life. It chose
Yeah.
me.
like when The Rock would call everyone trailer trash, and we cheer. We're like, I am.
Yeah,
I am.
yeah,
trailer
yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
People tend to
I
be.
feel recognized.
Yeah, people say I'm left out. I think it's all about inclusion nowadays. So these bums come out. Look at Homeless
Yeah.
Vaughn, who
Yeah.
smells like trash, by the way. Legit.
Commitment, man.
Yeah, I mean,
This guy comes out with a. He comes-
honestly, to be honest, it's the best gimmick to have because
know,
it's really
man.
easy to keep up with.
It's not a gimmick. He's,
Is he truly
he's a
homeless?
homeless bum.
No.
You guys don't get what we do is the real deal. He comes out with a cart and all these
He
things.
does. It's
He
a
ha-
shopping cart.
He wrestles with sweats with no lie, doo-doo
I'm
stains on the
surprised
back.
he didn't
They do.
pawn the
A
Skid
big
Row.
doo-doo stain on the back.
I can't lie.
I'm not lying to you.
I can't lie.
And they put me in the ring with him not once but twice.
Go to YouTube.
And they had to
Oh,
wrestle him
telling you.
twice.
He's not lying. He is. The champ never lies, but in that
Oh,
specific
man.
case, he is
So
not.
from one show to the other, I'm surprised Homeless Vaughn didn't
Change
pawn
his
the
pants?
title. No, I'm surprised he didn't pawn the title for whatever he needed to get.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
is currently
Yeah.
the Skid Row heavyweight champion.
Well, apparently he's
That-
a big fan of Skid Mark. So it's, oh yeah.
I beat him so I punched the loose change out of him one time. But it was horrible.
It was
Like
out
a
of big
fucking
solo
Super Mario
too.
fucking thing.
like Sonic, right?
Yeah.
It was terrible. It was terrible. Like, how are you that? I mean, people from around here are smelly, but how do you get that smelly and then get paid to do a job?
Let Holbrook show you.
I mean,
I'd imagine there's a lack of hygiene, champ.
I mean, he gets. I mean, be a professional. I guess
I was just Mr. Miyagi. I taught him how to sweat
Jeez.
and smell.
he gets paid to wrestle. At least he can
That's
do
a
a
different
shower.
wax on, wax
Jealous, he
off,
gets
man.
paid.
Maybe get a I don't know, YMCA champ membership or something, so you can shower.
No, this is what I had a tag with his dumbass. I'm trying to, PG-13 myself.
Is that him right there?
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's definitely him.
I don't know. I hope I'm not going to get
No, that was that was when I had
That's
a,
him in the ring that looks like Rocky when he's done
Yeah, but
training.
that's when I had a tag with him. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
If you look at the most recent videos,
He's just like Rocky when he's doing the montage.
you'll actually see.
Well, Rocky is a bum
Yeah.
because he portrays a person from
Rocky
Philadelphia.
was legitimately a bum to start out.
Well, he portrays the person from Philadelphia. That's accurate.
He's
You
originally
can
from
type
New
in
York,
super
though.
crazy
I mean, even
professional.
Mick called him
No,
a bum.
the
all
character
time.
I know.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Wait,
Gosh,
you got
yeah.
Rocky
Oh
on
my
Rocky?
God, I'm getting. Whoa. I was gonna question myself, but then I realized I was getting turned on by looking at me. Silly me. Silly me. I was like, "Who's that
That's a
handsome
good question.
devil?"
Is
Do
it
you
gay?
need us to leave the room, champ? Because
Dude,
we
no.
will.
No, no.
I mean,
it's
I
fine.
can understand.
I have a flight. He's gonna take care of in about 2.5 hours. I'll be fine.
So you don't need that long. It's
No,
good.
no. She got
I
me.
mean, literally.
So this is your guys' cinematography?
This one is not because
Oh.
this was before my time. I came in. It's been a year
Yeah.
to this month.
Yeah.
He
yeah.
goes by Homeless Bond. Why doesn't he go by like Sep the Steve or some shit?
Well, maybe because he wrestles outside of the Philadelphia area, so the SEPTA thing wouldn't really fly.
Kind of.
But look at my physique. I want you to know right now. That's the.
Trying not to get aroused.
Well,
champ.
you
And
guys
I'm not
gotta
gay, but that's an amazing physique.
You guys need an example of what a
It
man
just
looks
happens.
like. There's no better example than watching me live and then in color. I mean, gosh, look at that. That's a specimen of a man right there. Let me tell you.
Well, he really does have a doo-doo stain.
There's a lot of
Yeah. He does. Yeah.
He's not
Literally
kidding. There's
wipe
truly
his
a
hand.
doo-doo
Once again, do
stain.
you think the champ's lying to you?
Yeah, no. You.
He smells like trash.
To be
man.
fair,
Yeah.
this is you walked in there with your impeccable
Trash and
physique,
desperation.
but we are talking about the doo-doo stain.
Jesus Christ. I'm trying to take his head off. Oh my
It's
God, I
just
almost did it again.
the sock is really the
my
most
God, it's
disgusting thing.
terrible.
He's got some moves.
He's still
Oh, he's
homeless.
does he pull a sock out?
There was Tony.
Who's the guy
There's
drinking
Tony
on
Bennett.
ringside?
There's
That
the sock,
is
right.
my
Oh, he put
partner.
his-
There really was a sock.
He
Yeah.
put his sock in the drink.
That's
Yeah.
my partner Tony Bennett there
Yeah.
being disrespectful.
Ruining his drink.
This is my videographer because I remember I see Perry with.
You've done so much, it's
I-
hard to remember. I get that.
I think what he was waiting to see is how good it was before he committed to it being his.
Yes. that
He's
is
like,
what
wait a
it
minute, hold
was.
on. It was.
Oh, look at
yeah.
that.
How does he?
Look at that pose. Look at that. I get him with a back breaker and then I pose. I'm so beautiful.
What do you build
Yeah.
as? Like 6'2", 240?
I'm not built as nothing. I'm first of all 6'3", 200. I'm gonna die right now, so nothing you will know about that. I'm on a 225 pound right now
225?
because I'm cutting to the anniversary show.
Okay.
I have a very important match and I'm looking good.
What's the date on that?
And
show?
by the way,
You got
because you're a wrestling fan,
Kind
you
of.
know who's on my show, anniversary show? You have a birth to their real Dolph Ziggler. Or the
Oh
artist
yeah,
formerly
dude.
known as
Nick
Dolph Ziggler.
Nemeth or whatever his
Nick
name is?
Nemeth and his
Yeah.
brother's also on the card.
Are they doing a
Wait,
comedy show the night before?
I have no idea.
They love doing that.
I don't
shit.
deal with white trash.
I am dropping that line at work tomorrow. I don't give a white trash.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just break his face, Tony. There you go. Boom.
This seems like it
But
was
do they-
filmed from a different camera, like because that's not.
I just feel bad that you had to touch him with
No,
even
our
your
footage
fist.
is so much.
Yeah, I had to
better than that.
sanitize big time.
Yeah, I'd imagine that. Would
I have a
that.
team for that, by the way. A sanitation team, I call it.
Yeah, you should. You
And
should.
They take care of the champ pretty good. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you gotta really sanitize.
I mean, I should know the level of protocol I have to go to just to get to film you.
A lot of checks and balances there.
I mean,
This
that's
guy-
It's worth it.
This
I'm
guy is
professional.
Holbrook's champ because he doesn't spill the drink until it's necessary.
There you go.
What, the homeless guy?
No,
No, Tony's partner there.
Break
Yeah.
his back. Break his
Look at
back.
that.
break his
There
back.
you
Yeah,
There you go, champ. Good job.
I love it.
So where can people find Perjangers and Wallhangers?
Well, they can go over to pjandwh.com. That's where you're going to find all of our internet radio shows.
There you go. He
yeah.
can be taught.
We do.
Now you're speaking my language.
I have a internet radio show I do with my brother called the Lug Nuts Podcast. We talk about all the latest and greatest in the automotive news from all around the globe.
So thing, are you a mechanic?
I was, yeah,
Oh,
for a long amount of time, and my brother and I started
he
this
didn't want to do
podcast.
masochism anymore, so he
Right,
dropped
right,
it out.
I'm cutting it out for
It's a
Lent.
rough career, man.
Yeah, I'm cutting
It
out
is,
for
it
Lent
is.
all the time. But we started talking about automotive news around the globe because the Grand Tour, the three wise men, Jeremy Clarkson, James Mann,
Yeah,
Richard
yeah.
Hammond, they stopped doing their show like they did. So we started doing lug nuts so people could see what is China doing with their cars? What is Europe doing? What's happening overall? What
Okay.
are the technologies out there? Steve and I, my brother Steve, first time I mentioned his name, I figured I should let you guys know he's my brother, not my imaginary
Septa
friend.
Steve?
We can call him that.
That'd be better.
He doesn't drive SEPTA, or ride it, but it's fine. So me and SEPTA Steve.
That's gonna stick.
Now you're speaking my
That's
language.
gonna stick now.
stick. We started.
Hi, I'm Septa Steve.
And that is absolutely going to devolve into the septic tank.
Yeah.
We started doing this, and we just love. Him and I have this back and forth through talking about automotive news because I have an automotive
That and
degree.
F1 as well. Yeah.
And F1, Formula One for you uncultured fucks out there. But
Why did he look directly at us when he said?
I was looking at my, I was
He's
looking
learning.
at myself, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
He
fine.
was
You
talking.
guys-
No, he was talking. He's talking to everybody in this region.
I mean, you're probably right.
yeah,
I mean, uncultured
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
best way of describing.
I'm
this
proud of
region.
you.
Yeah, they are uncultured, champ. I say
Yeah.
F1, and they're like, "What's that?"
Like F you.
Yeah,
Like,
you do,
right?
asshole.
We're nothing but trailer trash. Yeah!
And then I say, I tell them it's a gentleman's sport. They have no idea what I'm talking about. They don't know the G word, gentleman.
Well, because
Yeah.
you're talking about a culture full of beta males, pacifying, sucking beta males, right? Who just complain and whine on the internet about stuff they can fix themselves, but they won't.
They don't get it. They
No,
don't
we
get it.
won't. We're,
They just won't.
So-
get it.
God, I know you're
No.
trying to be a heel, but I've never agreed with a sentence more in my life.
Today, the word of the day is called procrastination.
Exactly. So I
I'm gonna go cry
procrastinated
about
on it
it.
enough, but Big Brother and myself, we're going to be doing a road trip video. And we're
Where?
Are you taking a SEPTA?
we're
Yeah.
going to
Are you driving SEPTA to the Caribbean to watch him?
We're not. That's how we're switching it up.
Oh, good, because
So
there's a lot of water.
we're driving
Water.
to Biloxi, Mississippi.
Been there.
Where's that? Is that a real
Been there.
place?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. My buddy lives near there.
dirty ass.
Been there.
Never heard
Inevitable
of it.
Mike.
Why are
from-
you going there?
Well, Inevitable Mike Florio of the Silly Little Podcast with me. He's
Did you say his name's Impotent Mike?
Inevitable?
Oh, Inevitable. Gotcha.
Biloxi, Mississippi.
Yeah. I have no idea where it is yet.
Which is a
But
real
it's
place.
on the coast.
We're going
Evidently.
It's like
Riverboat
an
gambling.
hour east of New Orleans,
Cool. Now I know at least
like lined up in
the
the Gulf.
direction.
Let's put it this way: when New Orleans got hit by Katrina, it got a million times worse.
Yes. I actually, when I was going to UTI, the school. Not
You got a
Your
UTI?
calculation?
Yeah, I got a UTI before.
You'll get that,
Look.
Biloxi.
You guys are the only people who are going to see the person who actually did UTI so well. He got a degree. Okay.
You have a
Urinary
degree in
tract
getting a
infection?
UTI.
I know.
Dude,
Holbrook
only
went to
one.
bottom.
Cranberry juice,
Holbrook
man.
went to bottom
Only
too.
one. All right.
Do you-
I'm the best.
Do you have a
Look, champ.
degree in yeast infections as well?
You're the best at wrestling. I'm the best at UTI.
I'm the
Let me-
best at everything.
Look.
I'm not the best at UTI.
I was about to say, you can have it if you want.
No, no,
Reiterate.
If you want to be the best at that,
No.
I will
Reiterate
let you
yourself
have
earlier.
No, no.
that title. I
You
almost
can-
said something so much more worse. So I'm very proud of myself.
You can
Universal
o-
Technical Institute in Exton, Pennsylvania.
You
Now
can-
you're making things up now. Just like Biloxi, What'd you say? What's that place again?
No, you got to
Biloxi what?
Yeah, Biloxi, Mississippi. Yeah.
I never heard it. It sounds stupid.
Before you
Well, they are, but it's fine.
Is that in this country?
barely
I was really
Kinda.
debatable.
Why would the country
know.
have a name like that? A state like that?
Look, they're too close to Louisiana. All right. There needs to be a wall built around
I was with
Mississippi
Louisiana last night.
and Louisiana
She's pretty.
because they have these people
on
here
topic,
who just
right?
love to mumble and they try to say no, it's Creole. You're not opening your mouth.
Well, you guys from Pennsylvania have the mumblers too, right? That's what you guys
Yeah,
call them?
they walk down Broad Street.
They
every
look
year
like
on the-
idiots dancing.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
juggalos. They're
Yeah.
basically just juggalos that are they're New Year's Day juggalos.
What do you call them? The
They're
mumblers? as well?
Mummers.
They're-
Yeah,
they're-
That sounds dumber.
They're pre-juggalos. All right?
Pre-juggalos,
They're
yeah.
pre-juggalos.
Yeah.
They came before the juggalos, but they dressed
Not many
like
people
Elton
tend to come
John
before
in the
juggalos.
70s. You know, they have the flagrant
Not at least on
peacock
Tuesdays.
silver wings. They have masquerade masks, so
The
nobody
Mummers
knows
Parade
who they
is
are.
the gathering of the juggalos East Coast.
Yeah. Yeah.
9 people who listen to
Yeah.
us literally just threw their phones at the wall and said, "Don't say that." because like the Mummers are like so beloved out here, and I've been down there, and I get it. But I'm like, when one of my friends from New York actually came down here and was just like, "What are you watching? A Juggalo parade?" I cannot unfathom that sentence.
It's the only word they should be known by now.
Fuck.
I think, listen, my family's from South Philadelphia. My mother used to they lived for the Mummers Parade.
Yeah.
I apologize for that. by the way.
I do. Thank you, because I can't. I couldn't. I was over it by the time I was 3.
Yeah.
You know, like,
I would have emancipated myself by 1.5.
I emancipated myself a lot, but my wife gets mad at me when she catches me doing that.
So when you go down to Biloxi, Mississippi with your UTI,
That escalated quickly.
whoa. Just remember, Z-Pack can only be used every 2 years. We
Yeah.
discussed that.
No, they updated the terms and conditions on that. That's 6 weeks now.
And then not according to Disney, they will blame you.
Yeah. Your doctor gives you the side eye when you ask for 12 months refills.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. Are we going to get canceled today?
Maybe.
we
I mean,
can.
I haven't- we
Why
haven't
not?
yet, so why start now?
Well, listen.
I don't know. My boss is over there. Are we canceled?
We're not canceled.
If
All
we-
right, we're
if-
fine.
If we
get
do,
Yeah.
I'm going to shake your guys' hands. I'd be proud.
Oh, we're trying to get kids. I'll do this.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Now you gave him a goal.
what are we talking about?
Never give him a goal.
This is something that he's going to strive towards now.
6.5 years of doing this every week with 30,000 followers. I can tell you the most controversial thing we've ever said, the most aggressive thing towards our fan base, was said in the last 5 minutes, and it's when I insulted the Mummers. Like, that is where you draw the line.
I got
around
that
here.
feeling as
Yeah.
well.
To be
Like-
fair, I'll take the heat. I started because I was like, what do you call those guys? The Mummers? Because it sounds dumb. And then you said the Mummers, and it sounds even dumber. So I'll take the heat from that. You know,
Yeah,
there's no
but
problem.
You're talking to a
What's
bunch of
worse?
internet radio hosts, Tony.
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, I'm- you know,
We'll go with it.
I want to be the heel. I want to be the champ. I want.
What
to
is
be
this
like
heel
Rainbow.
thing you talking about? I don't get it.
He has a spur.
Yeah.
That's
It's-
what
it's a
he
heel
means.
lift.
Scout.
I got a drop foot.
He keeps calling me a heel. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I
I'm
got
just me.
flat feet, aka fat
You're-
body.
I thought you're here to heal the world of its
That's what I do
stupidity.
by my pure presence, really.
Just
Yeah.
exactly. Don't you feel
Yeah.
more relaxed?
Yeah.
I do.
It's true, it's true.
I feel less than I did before he walked
true.
in, but I feel better because he's here. It's kind of a mixed emotions moment.
It's an
It's
energy
called
thing.
osmosis for a reason.
Yeah.
When he
yeah.
insults
don't
you,
say
you
that nasty
actually
word.
feel like you
Sorry.
need to do better.
His
Yeah.
charisma.
I mean, I won't. I
No.
won't. I mean,
Oh,
I
no,
won't. I
no.
mean,
No,
it's
no. Most people won't, but it's
Yeah, no,
okay.
I mean,
His charisma is the closest thing I've experienced since I used to do methadone.
Wow.
I like how he said he
Wow.
used to. Just because it was last night.
Since
is not
7
used to.
o'clock tonight,
There-
Jeopardy got intense.
There's really no chance of getting canceled today.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
Kick a baby
This is
seal
a
if you want
Found
to.
the
We can
center
do whatever we
cracks of
want.
a four.
whoa.
You want to push an old lady down the steps? Now's the time.
Old people are repulsive to me.
I get that.
It's the
Yeah,
smell.
I get that.
Yeah.
It's the smell.
Old
They
people-
all smell.
I mean, let's
Yeah.
get rid of old people and children. You know, anybody between the ages of 18 and 49, gone. You know, that's it. Everybody else is gone.
They always try to touch me and
Al
stuff.
wanted
on
to go
shows, you know
lower.
what I
He's
mean?
like, I'm closer to 49 than I thought.
Yeah, I know. I like got to go to 8 years left.
Wait,
He's not-
You're almost close to 49?
he is.
Shit, you at least 85.
Me?
Yeah.
It's the gray hair and the bad eating habits and the lifestyle and
And
the
the
I don't
fat.
think
And the bad
anybody
breath
had
and
any
the
I
other
believe,
hygiene.
thought.
I believe the heart disease
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I sadly feel, besides the champ, I'm probably the youngest person here.
Sweating, putting on your shoes is also a key sign too.
That's
It's
why
a
you gotta
little-
wear
it's a-
Vans, dude. It's a
Yeah.
cop out to look cool and not tie your shoes.
it's a little game we play in the morning.
fun
you know.
fact. Fat people, I learned this because I am one.
How long can you hold your breath tying your shoes?
You can tell how fat someone is by how on the inside of their shoes the lace is.
Yes.
Because you got to like throw it up there and then it's
Yeah.
never gonna be in the middle.
Oh,
I'll
is
tell
that
you
scientific for you? I normally look at somebody and can tell they're fat by knowing that they're fat. Is that
Like
easy?
mine
look,
are
you're fat.
literally. Mine is my shoelace.
So I
is
said
the
to a girl
Titanic
yesterday, by the way,
listing right
Yeah.
now.
"Oh, you're so handsome." I said, "Yeah, you're fat."
And she said, "Thank you, champ."
And she was like, "I'm pregnant." I was like, "Yeah, right."
Oh,
And,
oh,
she wasn't. She wasn't
wait,
pregnant.
with that
She wasn't pregnant.
So wait a minute. She was fat and she had a child in her. What a gross pig.
Yeah. And he
Suffocating it.
yeah. Like, why would you?
Let it breathe.
That and she looks so dumb. I can only imagine that the person who inseminated her is just as dumb. that child has no choice but to be a winner. It's like survival of the fittest.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Two
Two wrongs make
right.
Genetics,
It has to.
genetics are going against that kid, champ.
He has everything, but that's why he has to survive.
Yeah.
The human body is
He
designed
can
for
make
survival.
it to Denny's. I'm sorry, not Denny's. They're closed.
Two
Baskin Robbins. He can make it to Baskin Robbins, have a very successful career, maybe even a store manager.
Right?
Yeah.
There's something to
That's
shoot
decent
for.
money.
Or he might eat himself in the womb. One or the other. We'll figure it out. We'll see how this world plays itself out.
There's a lot of possibilities in the multiverse.
Like you said, two wrongs don't make a right, but two parents from the Ridley house do make a Falcon Center.
Yeah. Dumpster babies.
Yeah.
That's where they come from.
That's where Homeless Vaughn came from.
You're gonna go there now. I knew it.
I hope he builds us over like the Barneys behind the dumpster behind Barnaby's. Everyone goes like, ugh.
Some of the best HJs in town, though.
That would be the fucking best.
Some of the was Jays.
HJs.
Oh, I thought he said something else.
Yeah, I did too, champ.
I mean, I don't want to find out.
Yeah, no
But-
ZJs here, champ. No ZJs.
It's something you tell a trashy person, like, "Hey, apparently they're selling like BJ's over by that trash can."
No.
I wasn't trying to say it. Jesus, man.
BJs are for people with money and looks. HJs are
Well, you
for
need
poor, ugly folks.
What kind of money? Because I don't
You
go
need a
out there looking
membership.
for those things, and I have a lot of it.
No, I mean, they people give them to rich people. That's kind of how it works.
Actual normal, like everyday schlubs, they have to work for that. That's like a holiday present. Okay, that it's not. Hello.
Thank you for educating me. I'm so unaware.
Yeah, like I said.
'Cause I'm not normal.
I had sex.
know.
I had sex
It's-
with my
I have
wife
to let
3
you know.
times, and I had 4 kids. You figure it out.
Wow.
None of them are twins.
Might have to talk about that later.
Yeah, I haven't figured out the math either. I'm just never gonna-
Osmosis, or I mean, there's a test that needs to be done.
Oh. Every time when the one kid calls the mailman daddy, it's weird.
It's
but
weird,
it's
yeah.
weird. But my kid's a little slow, so it
It's
happens.
weird he kept the route. Let's start with that.
How old are the kids? How old are the kids?
Change that route right away.
What is he, Mrs. Doubtfire, and took a fucking job to keep seeing the kid?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
no,
what it sounds
it's on him at this point now. It's
Yeah.
on him at this point.
Yeah,
Look,
he
man,
deserves
when
it.
court turns out not your way, you got to get creative.
Yep.
You know what though?
Figure out
Think about it this way.
solutions.
Mrs. Doubtfire is just a PG version of Breaking Bad because it's what you had to do in order to survive. It's just a PG version.
I mean, you could take it that way.
Breaking Bad, he was gonna die. Like regardless, it didn't matter. He was just trying to make extra money for his kids.
I mean, people didn't know
Because
Robin
everybody
Williams
was
was going to
financial
die
system
when he
he had
did that.
and his
movie. He had
kids
to
and
do.
wife are very fucking unlikable. Like that's actually my biggest plot hole in Breaking Bad. I'm like, I don't care if his kids and his wife are financially sound. I don't like them.
His kid was stupid, but his wife was kind of hot at least.
Skylar was the worst.
She was kind of hot.
I feel bad. Bryan Cranston on TV has had 2 of the worst wives. He had fucking Malcolm in the Middle,
Yeah.
and he had Skylar, and the only other one is Tim Allen with Jill fucking Allen, whatever the fucking name is.
Patricia Richardson.
Yeah, Patricia Richardson.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 worst fucking wives on TV. And Bryan Cranston had 2.
Bryan Cranston was awesome in Your Honor on Showtime, though. I will say that.
Never saw it.
It's a great
The only other thing I've ever seen.
Wait,
of
what
him
was the girl's
Seinfeld.
name from Malcolm in the Middle?
Jane Krasinski.
Oh,
Was that her
yeah.
name? It was something very, very
Something
Polish.
like that, yeah.
That sounds.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
She was
She was bad in
actually-
that role, but I also never saw her in another role.
She was actually
Like-
married to the bully in Revenge of the Nerds, too.
What? Wait, which?
The one with the red hair.
Oh wow.
Oh, not Ogre.
No.
Not Ogre.
He was.
He
my
was
favorite.
also in The West Wing.
He was.
Yeah.
Damn,
He
you
got
your-
work.
You got
Yeah,
your
he
side
got work.
Fucking.
I
Pop culture
I know
knowledge
the
down,
actor.
man.
I just can't picture. I
Wow,
can't.
that's fucking
It's
name.
not.
He's
I-
a freaking
name.
TV perjanger.
And this brings me back to my first nickname for Chris was the supercomputer, because he
Yeah.
will remember stuff like that out of the.
No, wait,
Out of
wait,
nowhere.
wait. That's not what you told me before you walked in the room.
Are you a Are you a Seinfeld perjanger?
I've watched it. I just never really.
I need
dug
an
deep into
expert
it.
to fucking be on my team for something on September 9th.
What, like the Ass Man?
You an expert?
Yeah.
Like we're
I,
talking
I
like.
literally just rewatched the series,
So so you're like really caught up.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause
And-
I need people better than me. I think
and-
I'm like pretty good, but
and
I
I
need
know
people.
Kurt.
It's been done for a while. I mean, you could have watched it at the last episode and still be caught up by now.
So like Seinfeld and The Simpsons. I mean, we're going completely off topic, but like I only
One's done.
I
and
knew
the
him
other
watching
keeps
them
going.
live in the 90s.
Yeah.
But then the big part was that mid 90s to mid 2000s where they were on 2-3
Who
episodes
Killed
a
Mr.
night, every
Burns?
night. And it was like it was forced in your mind. I haven't watched them since like 06.
No.
I still remember most of the shit.
Oh yeah.
I haven't since this fucking tattoo.
You remember how
But, like-
impactful Who Killed Mr. Burns was?
Yes.
Everybody was really concerned. Like,
They had
who
Vegas
killed
odds.
him? Like they weren't just going to bring him back.
They had Vegas odds. There's literally pictures of the fucking MGM Grand and the odds of who didn't. You could legally bet on.
Michael Jordan would gamble on where
Everything.
the corner would land when he threw it against the wall. Gamblers will bet on anything.
Oh yeah, but usually it's not sanctioned by a fucking sports.
Yeah, but if
book.
you bet on the champ, it's not really gambling, I guess, right?
No, it's a guarantee.
Dude, Michael Jordan would.
Well,
bet
you could
on,
bet against me, and then maybe
Right.
you have a.
But if you get, but is it still gambling if you're just making the complete wrong bet?
But I mean, people are dumb, and they've done worse, especially from Pennsylvania.
They see the
right?
odds,
But,
all right?
But you
They're
can.
from Delco. They see the odds, and they're like, "I'm going to make a lot of money if he loses. I'm going to bet on him." But they don't know he can't.
Gotcha.
It's not in his vocabulary.
Literally can't lose.
We're from
Champ-
Delco. We
champ.
go like the underdog. That's us. Let's do it.
No,
Yeah, I got
we're
the
not-
Athletics to win the World Series this
Yeah,
year.
but the problem with
Why do
Delco,
you guys like being the underdogs, though?
because everybody's an underdog in this area because we all suck.
because we're legitimately bad.
Yeah,
Like-
but we're never going to be the dog
But it's
or
like,
the
here's my
overdog.
problem with people, specifically men in 2024. Everything is negative, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
then when it comes to losing topics, everybody wants to take a negative and flip it into give it a positive connotation. Like,
Oh.
we're the underdogs. No, you're the underwear.
no,
You're you're dumb.
We
You're
are the
horrible.
homeless Vaughn
You are a
doo-doo
loser.
stains.
You are the homeless Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
You're not
like-
even homeless Vaughn.
Oh,
You're
no.
the doo-doo stain.
on
on
Vaughn
homeless
sweats.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
It's not about us being like lovable loser underdogs.
We
We're
just
the underdogs
encapsulated
because
Delco.
we think that we're average at best. Maybe on a good day we could be winners. We look around and go, we are on a team with losers. We're Mike Trout. We're Ohtani, where we're like, our team is terrible.
You know what song they play in Yankee Stadium as they announce the lineups? New York Yankee lineup?
They play New York, New York.
No, that's at the end of the ball game whether they
They-
win or lose.
Play. I
They
was
play
there
the theme song of was it the North Star?
You would know more better than I would.
Whatever was the theme song.
well,
of
that
the-
goes for
for
without
Darth-
saying.
when they show Darth Vader in
Oh,
Star
the Evil
Wars.
Empire.
You
Yeah,
want-
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
because they
very-
used
yeah,
to call
pretty
the
much,
Yankee
yeah.
Stadium that.
They
Yeah.
play the theme song. You know why?
Dun,
Because
dun,
we know
dun,
we're good.
dun,
Yeah,
dun,
the
dun.
Imperial
guys are being
March is
good,
what
but
it's
you
called.
Yeah,
hate
the
us.
Imperial Death March. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Imperial March. Yeah.
You guys are
And then
there's
everyone.
nerds,
And
then
everyone.
like these people right here,
And then there's Perjangers.
and then there's Perjangers, and like you guys are like you guys teeter from Perjanger to here, which here you don't get much
So,
ass.
I'm-
Here you may, but you guys are, you know what I mean? This is
Yeah.
you guys.
We're just Perjangers.
Who composed that symphony?
John Williams.
Look at
Twice
him.
on Tuesday and sometimes on Thursday.
What the symphony? Oh, I thought you meant who did the song.
You know the answer to that?
John
John
Williams.
Williams.
Yeah,
He
John
did like
Williams.
everything for
Yeah.
for Star Wars.
Champ, these guys are losers. I just got to throw this out there.
Hell, loser. I'm a musical Perjanger,
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Look
Champ,
at him.
I don't know how we could do
and
this.
you're a life perwanker.
So if
It's a good way
Let
to
me
get
ask this
not
question.
suplex.
let me ask this question:
The
if
sexy
I
flex.
Just
wanted
a suplex,
if I
yes.
wanted to be better and
At life,
and just bask in your awesomeness, where would I go to watch you do your next match?
The first thing you have to do is realize you have to accept reality. That's the first things first, because people are
way ahead of
do
you.
it. Yeah.
Way ahead
well,
of you.
because here's just the truth. Everybody in this world, it's just men again. I'm gonna pick on males. They want to complain about everything, right? But they haven't earned the right to complain because they don't put in the work. So you say, if I want to aspire to be great or better, just admit that you're not going to be better or great. All right?
That's why I don't put the work in, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
You
That's
need
fine.
winners and losers to balance the world.
you need the yin and the yang to make the whole fucking.
We're definitely
cookie.
the yin or the yang, whatever you want to call
Why are
it.
you guys flipping the
Tony
speak
doesn't.
English?
Tony
Yeah,
doesn't
it goes
need
back
the
to your
losers.
point,
He
Champ.
just
He does
sees
the whole
them.
negative
But,
bias.
you
So
know.
you guys, yeah, you get the yin, isn't that Chinese or something?
Yeah, the yin and yang.
I
They
don't
make up
speak
the
that
they
language.
make the perfect cookie.
I'm not from China. All right, here's the deal. Where can you find me?
China.
You can find me Instagram, of course, Tony Leyenda. Facebook, Tony
Can you
Leyenda.
spell it? Because apparently none of us could spell or pronounce it.
I
really
can't
well.
even pronounce it. Apparently, I don't
Yeah, they
even
did
know
a
your name.
documentary about you.
Yeah, but
Well,
I'm not really.
You have to be that smart and that good looking to actually pronounce it correctly.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without a computer or
course.
something smarter than us. normal
Tony
human beings.
Leyenda.
There was a thing-
LAYANDA.
Leyenda.
I
Okay.
wasn't even close.
And then you can also find that on
That one.
YouTube.
Yes.
Yes.
Tony Leyenda 8 on X.
Yes.
And you can find me Saturdays and Sundays, 1 p.m. for my Latin American people here watching, or 2 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays on YouTube, WWCPR, World Wrestling Council.
Love it.
And actually,
Every
it's-
single week.
I would say, guys, if you play it on the loop at your house on the YouTube videos, you may get laid by your wife. You just get too
It's real
excited. You know.
Or
I've been told that my videos are an aphrodisiac.
Yes. And I don't even have an afro.
Right.
It
That's what I've been
makes
told.
sense. It
What I've
makes
been told.
sense.
Makes
Why
sense.
spend money on oysters or whatever clams you were talking about earlier?
Oh, getting moisture than an oyster.
There you go.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
you
yeah.
could just go on the good old YouTube and find me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to make women fucking dampen the pants like they were homeless Vaughn.
Oh my. Oh
So
my.
you try him to get the poo stain on the back?
You know, man. There's nothing better when losing control of your.
That was his
your
nickname in
bowels.
Bonner, Poo Street.
Man.
Oh God, that's great.
But
They said we're going streaking, and I thought it meant something different. Just put my boxers out.
and guys, why don't you, Matt and Chris, why don't you guys talk about one thing before we hold on.
Yeah, the whole reason why I'm here, man.
Yeah,
Shit.
right.
My book. I made a book, guys. 2 actually.
So I'm very proud of this guy. He actually
Yeah, man.
took the initiative to make not 1 but 2 books. This is the first book that he's actually published.
yes.
It is available
Picture
on
perfect small
Amazon.com.
towns, and it was York and Media, PA.
Yeah.
York,
York.
Pennsylvania,
Whole
Media,
York,
total
Pennsylvania.
polar opposites.
Exactly.
It's
But
like Zoloft and meth.
yeah. But my second book, which is going to be available at the Widener and Swarthmore bookstores,
Is Villanova and Erie?
as well. Well, no, it's Picture Perfect Small Towns Delco,
Oh shit!
Volume 1. I'm making this a hardback series. This one's on Amazon of
Book
York
back
and Media,
series?
PA.
Yeah.
I think I heard the same thing.
With
Why York?
Because I also created a charity foundation this year.
That's cool.
On top of 2 books, multiple different podcasts. Chris and I started this year with doing the video work for the intro and category videos for the Heroic Awards, which is an indie comic.
One of the largest indie
Yeah.
comic conventions in
So
the
indie
Midwest.
comic award show. It's for indie by indie, and they went live
Indiana Jones.
at C2E2, which is the second biggest Comic Con in the country.
They were
and they
based out
had
in Chicago.
they had our company do the videography for them.
Okay.
And I created the intro video and the category videos because this motherfucker was at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So, champ, weight comes on here. What do? You get it done. You step up. You
Way to
stay
be
up
lazy.
until
'Cause-
1 to 2 in the morning
He was trying to be
and go to
a
work.
he was trying to be a dad. Oh, I gotta take my son. Who cares about children? First of all, and why would you even have them?
Not me.
So first of all, you made 2 mistakes. You left them alone, and then you took care of your child. What's wrong with you?
Exactly.
Let that joker learn how to.
It's the third rule. It's spray, pray, go away.
He said it earlier.
Be a man.
It's rules.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Be a
I'll
Be
man.
a
I'll
man
step up
and
my game.
stop taking care of your children.
They want- Let him learn. If he hasn't figured it out by now, he's never gonna be a man. All right. So just let him go. I want to give him up to relax. Forget these kids. What
Hold
has your
my
kid-
hand,
does your kid-
Daddy.
What does he do?
Hold my hand.
Does he pay rent?
How many kids you got?
Does he work?
75.
75?
You have 4
Yeah.
kids.
I got 9 kids to feed.
He has a literal army
Tell
that
me
is
what movie
ready
that's
at his
from.
beck and call. If he wanted to start a militia, he'd
Good.
say, A through 75, get over here.
So what I would do is you should Hunger Games that shit.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good idea. I don't let my kids. I don't tell all my kids that I love them. Honestly, I don't tell.
I'm
any of
going to
my
wait
kids.
until the psych major graduates college first, and then I'll use her as a pawn to my ploy.
But you're old.
Ish.
Because why do you have a kid that's in college?
How do you know is she actually actively in school
I
for
should
psych?
have
She's
Yeah,
not
he
a
is.
she's not a Doogie Howser.
Is
Trust
it-
me. So he's
Is it
old.
because you've already
Yeah.
planted the seeds?
She is going to Widener University.
Damn, that's actually
She
a
can buy my
legit
book.
Fucking
Yeah, she could.
program.
You
Well,
see,
that's
my,
my book.
you see, my theory is correct. Then
By the
a
way,
dumbass has to make a smart
So wait,
child.
why York?
I'll
Media,
still-
I
I'll
get
take
you
that as
sell
a
to the book
compliment,
club,
champ.
Until we got, off railed there. But
Look at that.
York, because
Railed.
I created a charity, and it's the Timothy J. Buchrill Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
Okay.
We are doing on September 7th party at Schlegel Park, and
It's really called Schlegel.
yeah, it's.
I
I
love
thought
that
it was
name.
Schlegel, but apparently it's
Yeah.
Schlegel.
Barely Schlegel. You should do a wrestling fucking thing like ECW. Barely
See, like,
legal.
Same kind of way.
Yeah, barely
right?
Schlegel.
We're great minds think alike,
and
but
then you guys.
we got a lot
How
of
many
cha-
schmeckles
lot
does
of
it
stuff.
cost to go to Schlegel's?
So it's going to be a great. We have a journey cover band because it's York. I mean, they don't have anybody. cover.
Please
It's
tell
fine.
me the name of it and tell me it's great.
What's the name?
She doesn't even remember. That's my agent, ladies and gentlemen. That's fine.
Where the agent eat?
So We got a lot of great stuff.
Wait,
It's
when
the best
is-
stuff ever.
When is
This
it at
the best.
Sleazy? What day is it at Sleazy Park again? What day is it?
September 7th.
Why don't you guys have wrestling?
The meth
We're already
in the
planning on
sky keeps on turning.
I'll go wrestle for some people to not kill themselves like idiots.
Exactly.
Give
We
them some hope.
are. I'm getting thumbs up, champ. So that's going to happen.
Give them some
Breaking news for you guys right here.
breaking
we
news.
are
You have
going to
you
make
have
this
clear
happen.
your
I'll
schedule.
go wrestle for you idiots not to try to harm yourselves.
We
You
have
stupid.
wrestling partners out there, champ. We will make this happen. We already had.
I mean, you could wrestle
Party of
Holbrook
Valor
if you wanted to.
reaching out and saying
I'm
how
playing
he
Martin
can help.
McGee's that night, and I plan on also wrestling. They just don't know it.
If there's people that I hate in this world, are people that kill
Bridget's going the
themselves.
fuck down.
It's true. Which is a good segue to veterans awareness.
Yes.
Yes.
If you want to kill yourself, how about you stop being an idiot and give me like I don't know a DM or something. I'll give you 15 reasons to want to live. One is like me sending you videos of me first of all, and then we could talk about some other stuff too. Or you could be a jerk and waste everybody's time by killing yourselves.
Yeah.
Or you can make use of your time and stay alive and help somebody else out. I don't know. The choice is yours.
I heard that. I'm a bad
Anyways, I digress.
It
Keep
really
going.
is. But I named the charity the way I did because
After
it's a
the
warning.
person's name.
No,
Oh.
Timothy J. Bucro is my uncle,
Yeah, it's the name. Yeah.
and
What's the name?
that
of the charity?
is the name of the
Oh, okay,
charity.
that's
Yeah,
right.
so it is named like that for a reason. I'm not honoring him. It's a warning.
Gotcha.
Nobody should have to go through what I did of
Yeah.
having somebody decide, you know what? I love all you guys. Fuck it. I'm out. I'm not going to give you guys any kind of input into how much I mean to you. No,
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm hitting the quit button. That's not an option because you can help somebody.
He's from New York.
He grew up around here.
Gotcha.
Well, for a good bit, but spent a lot of his life out in New York,
Okay.
and that's where the first location came from. We're having this first event there. We were having an event in media that kind of fell through. That's where the other media came in. 'Cause
Who wronged you, media? I'll fucking make sure they hurt.
we don't want to say names.
Name names. Name names.
We're not gonna say names.
Give us initials.
There's stuff that happened
Jerk
that
chicken.
it didn't really work out.
Was it off the
just
rail?
logistically?
Was
no,
it off the rail?
No, it wasn't. Your location. I'm assuming you like going there, but it's safe. It's fine. Or
If
you
they
don't
hurt
like
you.
them,
If
and
they
they're not.
hurt you, I'll be upset.
They
at
did
them.
not. They did not. They're great people.
They are great people.
There's a lot of
That's
great
why I want to make
places
sure
in
they
media
didn't hurt
too.
you.
Because I'd pick the name Picture
Was
Perfect.
it
Small
John's? You don't
Towns.
want to do it at John's, right?
It wasn't. My phone wants you to listen, but it's not necessarily.
It wasn't the Fabio's, was it?
No.
Good,
It
'cause
was.
You can keep guessing.
I
You're
kinda
not
have an
going to
account.
ever
You
get
can.
it.
But the main point of media was that
Was it Miller's? Because Miller sucks dick.
No, but
Let's just say it was
Miller's.
Miller's. Let's just say it was Miller's.
He's getting
It was
I can't,
Miller's.
believe, I can't believe Miller's did that.
Holbrook, I heard it was
Yeah.
Sea King Pizza.
You got it. That's exactly where it was.
Why?
It just fell through.
That's like Hitler saying I kicked your dog. I'm like, you know, it's not even the worst thing you fucking did today, man. Like,
But really, I mean, the first.
sorry,
book-
CK Pizza. I won't compare you to Hitler anymore.
It
but
was-
you're terrible.
It wasn't until I actually shot in media to where I kind of had a light go off in my head. Like,
Damn,
Why
Mark
am I
Jarrett shot
not-
someone in media?
Well, if
why am I not doing a whole book on Delco?
if you shot in media, you can call David Archerry for Cherry Injury Law for all your criminal law, personal injury, motor vehicle, workers' comp needs.
That
If you
was good
slander
segue.
and libel against Miller's.
David Archerry at
Chris, give him my button. That was a good segue.
565
that was a-
That was a very
Their
good
meatloaf is
segue.
poison and lies.
That was a really
It is
great
poison
segue.
covered in ketchup.
Damn.
Anyway,
This guy's a pro, man.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. You put the charity together. Is it like a 501c and all that stuff?
Yeah.
That's
We
fucking
are.
rad, man.
I want to help people, and that's the only
Yeah.
thing I've really understood after agreeing to myself that I'm not working in the automotive industry anymore.
Yeah.
2020 killed that shit.
And that you're ugly.
Well, yeah,
And,
that too.
So two things you understood.
Yeah.
I want that.
Well,
clip.
there's a
I
lot more
want
than
that.
just.
I want a sound clip of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And because you're ugly. I just a little.
Oh,
bit
I'm gonna be
drop
clipping
that,
out
like,
a
on
lot of
random-
this
Yeah,
episode.
But let's not lose track of the point.
yeah.
You are. 'cause I
He
like
is
when you-
ugly.
I want like a
Support.
mayor of like fucking Eddystone to be on and be like, it's because you're ugly too. Like, I just want to drop that at them.
But like a dummy, like all Delconis, like a dummy, it took me
Like
way
a
too
dummy.
long to realize that I could have so many book series on Delco.
Oh yeah.
You got to figure it's outside of Philly
Yeah.
to Chad's Ford. That's a big area.
Yeah.
Just going one way.
Yeah.
And there's
Dude,
a lot.
it is, man.
There's a
You
lot.
can write
of
3
hidden
volumes on
gems
Can I
in-
ask? I didn't read the book or anything yet, but I will buy it. Is it on
It's
Amazon?
pictures.
Where can I find
There's-
it?
Yeah, that's the best
Thank
part.
God,
There's no
that
words.
It is the most Delco book of all time.
Yeah.
It's all
There's
pictures.
It's
There's
all
no
pictures.
words?
Yeah, there's no
Thank
words.
God.
There's no words
I was
at
going to
all.
ask, is the band live
Look,
thrown in there?
I got interviewed by the Daily Times, and that
Which
was one
the
of the
Delco Daily Times?
yeah. That was
Maggie
it was
Grassa?
the I forget her name, but she asked me she
Peg's
was
the greatest person on the planet. We gave her an award. We made up an award to give it to
Is
her.
she hot?
but she asked me several
You know,
times
for her age and everything, yes. Oh,
I didn't.
yes,
I had a
yes.
phone conversation,
Man,
so I didn't get to
Like,
see her.
like power and knowledge is hot.
I've-
Peg's great.
Here's the thing: is I would answer the question, but I know Peg's husband, and he would kill me. So
Yeah.
I'm not
So-
gonna. Yeah, but
Well,
she's a very attractive woman.
He won't kill me. He doesn't have the resources or the
Yeah.
capability to do so.
Oh no, champ! You can say it all you want.
She's
me.
respectably beautiful.
Yes.
So can you mind giving her info?
Absolutely. Interview away,
Peg
champ.
at
Interview
Delco
away.
Media Group, whatever
to
it
kinda-
is.
to
Yeah.
kind of encapsulate everything with
It's a
that.
big word for a dumb guy.
It
I'm
is.
so-
I'm proud of him, champ. I'm proud.
I'm proud of you because you were
Champ
able
Counselor
listen,
Steve.
to this guy's defense. I don't know. Listen, you got to name. You see, when I see talent, I just can't lie about it. I'm super impressed, which you guys never actually do, that you can make such an ugly place look that beautiful in pictures.
Thank you.
I was going to say the same.
No, I'm joking.
It's
Well,
like
you
a
haven't. Oh, you just
permanently-
said you haven't read. You haven't opened up the book yet, right?
He hasn't read it, champ.
He
He,
hasn't
said
read the. He hasn't read the
he-
pictures yet.
I-
he hasn't read the pictures yet.
Did
I
they come in
mean,
Braille?
no, I
Do
have
they
the
come in
I have the
Braille?
audiobooks set on Spotify.
Oh, I hope you have
It's
it.
just gonna be. It's
Oh
just
my
gonna
God.
Be Tony narrating.
Nah, it's gonna be some British lady. Make it
you
sound
released
pretty.
that audiobook of it?
Dude, I want to now.
champ.
All right, can I
I
narrate?
totally
Can
want.
You are
me
now
describe the
staring
pictures?
at-
Totally
It's a
do an
courthouse.
audio book.
This Gothic
of-
architecture
Page
in
one,
red
it's a
brick.
courthouse. Page two, I think it's a field.
It's beautiful
I'm
pictures.
telling you,
Page 3, Schmegma Park. Schmegma Park.
Schmegma Park. Oh my God, yes. The
So-
wrong words entirely.
so-
we will make that happen.
So, like I was saying, this guy right here, the shit that he had to deal with,
Uh-huh.
Oh, me, right? Yeah.
getting let go from his job,
Oh Lord.
and
Yeah.
wanting and you know seeing that he was a little
Like
down.
all great indie ideas, it happens when you get fired.
That's
absolutely.
real thing.
Can
That's
we-
what happened
can
with
we
Delco
air out that-
Batman.
Can we air out those idiots that let you go? Can we do that or no?
Vent.
That's up to him.
Vent.
All right,
David Archerry has our
let's
back.
not do that. But internally, I'm calling them.
We were
I'm calling them a
told
bunch of
we were-
dickheads.
We
Here's
just
the-
couldn't
here's
give
the
out
thing.
people's addresses anymore.
They're ugly.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, we did that one
Who
time.
was
We
it?
got in a lot of trouble.
Name names.
I
We talked about Seinfeld. Name names.
I actually thank him. It is one of the best
Thank
things to
who?
happen to me, my old boss, for firing me
From
because he said,
Did you get caught jerking off at work too?
no, he said, I didn't have a passion for the parts department.
Oh, right.
yeah, that's what I call jerking off too. Here's my
Then
passion
you,
for my
then you
parts
didn't jerk off
department.
enough at your job. That's what that sounds like.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
wasn't spanking it enough, and they
Oh.
didn't like it.
Oh, that carburetor gets me
I'm
so
not
hot right
hearing-
now.
I'm not hearing this out of the shed. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Not parts.
Who hurt you? Who did it? Who did it? Name names.
I can't.
Where's the
I,
doll so we
look,
can?
because I actually respect the guy, and
The guy. He doesn't. He's not.
when he said
Henry
look,
Ford,
when he fired me,
Mr. Toyota, like
we'll call him Toyota.
Oh,
oh,
Toyota.
it was
So,
Toyota.
When Mr. Toyota let me go,
No, you got to say his name. Toyota.
That's racist.
Toyota.
Toyota.
There's a D.
Yes.
the D.
Yes.
You
it's
can't
always
forget
a
the D.
No.
Yeah. So
My
when,
wife tends to, though.
when Mr. Toyota, when he was letting me go, he said, "Look, you had such a passion for this job in the beginning, but it seems like you don't have any passion for it." And I said, "You're right. I don't."
We're told your
Did you
mom
and
doesn't
him
have a
get
passion
exactly-
for you either.
Did you guys get divorced and not fired?
Well, exactly. So
It's not you,
I
it's me.
left, and then after that,
You can keep the dog.
Chris introduced me to Jill, and Jill helped me push me, kicking and screaming, to actually make these books and make this stuff happen.
Good.
You know, and then it
So
turned
she
to,
is hitting you.
Yes,
Okay. Just want to make sure we
100%.
I feel like you're
Physically
trying to
and
tell us that. Like,
Daily
you're like,
floggings every day.
Until
Every
you
single
shat
day.
yourself like homeless.
do
you
they
burn
charge you?
up
Does she
on.
charge you extra for the floggings?
No, they're free.
Okay. That's good.
They're
Is
free.
is Jill hot?
It's a good. It's a,
Hey.
it's
Is Jill? Is she hot? That's all I care about right now.
behind you.
Yeah. All right. I just want to make sure.
So
Flog
pushed
away.
me.
So the books are pictures?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You're my favorite.
Oh,
You're
my
favorite
God.
author.
That was the point. So Delco Daily Times.
And you hold it like a nudie mag, so it's like perfect.
It's like a calendar on its side.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the only way I can make the book.
Have you thought about making calendars? It's like
you
the
know, I'm
same
not going
thing,
to put
just
it
like
out.
half the
I'm not going
pages.
to put it off. I mean, you know, I'm not going to put it off the table.
I mean, they
got
sell
the
them
couch.
at the
You
mall
got
all the
cal-
time.
You got the time.
Yeah. But no, the Daily Times, she was like, so there's no words at all? I'm like, what? Man, I tell you where I took the pictures.
Isn't a picture worth 1,000
Words.
words?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I pulled that one up
And
too.
York, they only
Yeah.
have like 400 words combined. So
Yes. Oh,
hee
man.
haw meth.
I really don't want to insult them. I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
but you're not wrong. So
No, I love you.
they're great people. The thing that really surprised me about that is the art that they have there. They have sculptures, which you probably saw in the book when you flip through it. They have like a cheetah
I didn't
like,
get to that
made out
part.
of
I
little
can't read that
gears.
fast.
Out of gears, really.
out of gears, and they have a dragon made out of like old car parts, looking like it's going in and out
Catalytic converters.
out of the sidewalk, right?
Ah.
So you have these random sculptures on their main street.
Yeah.
Tin Man, and then we're walking around, and we are.
It's like H.R. Geiger.
I'm getting
Yeah.
getting harassed by some locals.
It's from York.
at the time, and they're asking me like,
Yuck.
"Hey, where can I get my photos appraised? Because I'm walking around with a camera." So Jill comes over. She's like, "Hey, we have a meeting. We have to go." Thank you,
Sir, please get off my front lawn.
So
Oh, that's not what she said? Okay, I'm sorry.
no, one of the best parts of that was she rushed me to go over to the Hotel Yorktown because she talked to them. They brought me right up to the penthouse suite, and I got
On
to
the
take
second floor?
on
Above the laundromat?
very top of
Not
the
the
building.
Delco
And that's where she told
Yeah.
me to take my clothes off.
Very top of the building. I got to stand right by the edge
And
because
then
I
she
told
pushed you?
them I'm doing this. You know, I have a
Let me get
suicide.
out my Virginia Slim.
I have a suicide prevention charity. She's like, "Oh, good. I'm not worried about you jumping."
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, this sounds like a, yeah.
So I was able to go right near the edge.
I want to die. Great, here's the pizza.
And I'm a short guy. I'm not as tall as the champ. So it was like right here. So I had like no chance. Like she
Don't
would have
talk to you.
definitely,
Don't talk about yourself like that.
she would have definitely been able to like
He's not.
stop me
He's
before
not
I
as pretty as
got
the
there.
champ.
No,
Because
yeah.
he's ugly. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
That's what you should say.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep
So,
yourself right.
I'm sorry. So I got up right next to this. I got a whole bunch of amazing, just landscape pictures from the top of a tall building. And then I was like, man, we'll do media next because they got really beautiful buildings. We'll get somewhere tall. There's
Look in
nowhere.
people's windows.
There's like there is nothing that tall in media. So I just had to settle for like street level photos, and that was enough.
It's a good
Yeah,
question.
that's a
book,
good
you know?
point.
I think I work in the tallest building in media, and I've actually put that out there. I work at where Carezzi Real Estate is.
That's not how
Catty
you say
corner to
Baskin-Robbins.
I know the Crezzies. Yeah,
It's the sixth floor, and I'm like, I don't think a lot of buildings.
Yeah,
in
right-
media
right
are
over-
Oh, they don't have it.
six
No.
right
I'm
over
like-
top of 252 and Route
Yeah.
1. Yeah,
I'm like, I think because we're on a hill and it's 6 stories high. I'm like, I think we have the
Carezzi
tallest
Real
building.
Estate sold my house.
I'm
I
in
bought
there.
my house. From her.
I'm like, I
Don't
really
lie to you. He
think
works
that
at
is the
the. He
tallest
works
building
on.
in media.
He works under the overpass.
Yeah, it's mostly I flag
He's-
down cars.
he
and
runs
have
the
some
troll
riddles.
toll.
What,
Yeah.
what was that? What was that episode of like Dora the Explorer? I'm the troll under the bridge.
me and homeless Vaughn just ask riddles to people and for their troll tolls.
Like,
to-
hey man,
Yeah.
you want me to get rid of that shit stain on your
needs that-
back? Like, thank you.
Oh,
going to Wolf's? That'll be 40 pence. Unless you can tell me this. What gets wetter as it dries?
Your mother.
Wrong, it's a towel.
Jesus.
That was the best Rosie O'Donnell impression I've ever seen in my life.
I was her for Halloween in 20.
You've been her for the last 15 years of your life.
My God, this haircut doesn't help either.
No, it is the butchest haircut
I look
ever.
like Little Debbie, ate Little Debbie, ate Little Debbie, ate Little Debbie shit.
On that note, is there anything else we didn't cover tonight? Because I feel like we had a lot.
Man,
to cover.
I feel like I'm tapped out. I told you guys everything.
No, you haven't, because you haven't mentioned where you could find that surprisingly
Yeah, where's the
beautiful
book?
work of art.
Where's the
Oh, well, you can find Picture Perfect Small Towns, York and Media, PA. You can find that on Amazon. Just go ahead and search that. It's out there, $30, paperback. If you're looking for the hardback, the very first in the series of Book of Delaware County, Picture Perfect Small Towns, Delco. I went to Parkside very easily. I live there.
All six
Your
months
camera
of it.
can zoom in 140
I got
feet.
fired. Cost effectiveness.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Gas ain't cheap,
Gas is not cheap, man.
He told Phil and Jim's for a
Well, except
hoagie,
to
he'll take a
Steve,
couple
I mean.
pictures.
and neither's digital film. I mean, that shit's like $20 a roll. You know, I mean, I got a subscription. It's fine.
That's
So
actually a very funny
they don't charge
joke.
me as much.
Wait, digital film's a real thing?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like, my lord. I know it's I was because digital is probably
I'm
just saving
so
the
glad
fucking
that
thing.
hit. I was worried
You should
about
see him
that
with the
joke.
disposal at
Then
weddings.
I got it. Then I was like, wait, is that like a thing where you send it? Like you actually have to
Thank
have
God I
it
got
or
you in the
something?
second thought. Like, wait, is it? I was hoping for
you
that.
broke 'em.
You can't. You
You
can't
smell that?
guarantee it. Though.
You got him.
I'm surprised you talking about. You had me lost when you said cost effective. This is what real people deal with. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing called budgets.
People,
yeah.
people will go out.
what's that word
to-
again?
It's BUGGIT.
Champ,
Budgets. It's a rough one.
It's
Never-
when
E-
people will go out
ET.
to
Not my
eat
word.
and worry about how much the bill is.
You get so poor.
We are poor.
Oh my god!
Like you're ugly. Like people expect you to pay anymore.
These are real issues that we have.
Yeah, our meals
Yeah.
don't get
Yeah.
comped. They're not just like, thank you,
Pay-
Mr. Leanda.
I pay for my stuff.
So Holbrook's the reason why the Springfield Red Lobster closed down because of the dine-in dash.
Oh no!
No, it's the all
hey,
you can eat. That's why
They
it's-
said never-ending buffet, and I said challenge accepted. Then the lawyers got involved by what never-ending means.
Who was that? Mr.
David R. Cherry. That's
David
David
R.
R. Cherry. CherryInjuryLaw.com, 610-565-0300. Go to CherryInjuryLaw.com.
Never-ending mimosas is bullshit.
You may have
David R.
popped.
Cherry slogan.
You may have popped this cherry with that one.
Fucking right.
Wow.
Everyone give one more plug, and then we got to go on the next episode.
PJAndDWH.com is where you're going to find all of our amazing content with Perjangers and Wallhangers. You're going to find Lug Nuts Podcast, Silly Little Podcast, Tales of the Hunted, as well as coming soon, back to the network, is Hit Points and Half Measures, a Dungeons and Dragons podcast with a bunch of my comic book writer friends
So
and Jill.
a lot of virgins.
Who's hot, by the
Yeah.
way? Jill's hot.
Yeah,
That's
Jill's
the
hot.
hot one.
We just gotta clarify these things.
The hot Jill.
Yeah.
Hot Jill.
Yeah, this is live internet radio. We have to describe the hotness.
gets
You're right.
it.
He gets
You're
it.
right.
The champ
He
gets it.
gets
That's why he's
it.
the champ.
God damn it.
That's why he's
A
the
couple
I mean,
shout
I've been
outs.
saying I want to be the champ when I grow up, but we all know it's not going to happen.
It's
No,
not,
it's not
but
No.
So-
at least we know the
Yes.
champ.
I'm fine being mid card compared to this champ.
Mid card, dude.
You're being generous. to
Yeah, you
yourself.
are.
So I'm fine being a job.
A couple shout outs. Shout out to Skid Row Academy. They are looking for students at Gloucester City, New Jersey, at SKPW. You can reach out to them on Super Crazy.
Is that a
Professional
wrestling
wrestling?
school?
It is a wrestling school where the
Absolutely.
Super Crazy professional wrestling
Fucking
students and perform.
Great guys.
Very good guys.
I
Shout out to SPO Wrestling. They have an
Well-
event at the Harris Philly Casino in Chester, Pennsylvania. Shout out to Johnny Cashmere.
What day is
and
that?
That is November 2nd, Saturday.
Got a wedding.
Right.
I would love to go though.
I'm going to go. I'm invited to the
Fake
same wedding.
sick.
I'm just going to go.
Yeah, just fake sick.
You
Yeah,
guys-
it's
So
fine.
I can't fake sick. I can legitimately be sick because I've seen Iron Maiden the night before. So it's just like the wedding's gonna be tough already.
See, that's just
Yeah.
planning.
Yeah.
That's just planning beforehand. Like, I'm sick. Yeah, he's sick. He's not. Coming.
Weddings are like funerals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
my
That's why
dick-
you have pallbearers walking the guy down. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That's why your
Well,
dick goes to
exactly.
die.
That's actually a good point.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
We'll see if those are the same pallbearers that bring you out of that same church. But I mean, at least you have people carrying you.
And then shout out to Uncle Dino at Atlantic All Star Wrestling.
Uncle Dino, he
AA
just did
dub.
the promo
AAW.
for him with Tanglewood Barbecue. Go there and
Delicious, by the way.
Folsom.
Had them over at
Very
Dolan.
Wait,
delicious,
what's
yeah.
up?
Oh my
Tanglewood
God.
Barbecue?
Yeah, we had them at
Yes.
Dolan. Remember they brought the truck over to Dolan's?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
really
they're
good.
over by the Staples there, that Ridley shopping center.
Oh,
Next to the
okay,
Pizza
okay,
Hut.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right next door to Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing place. People there are awesome. Definitely want to highlight Tanglewood because those guys are really great.
Fucking A. That's what the show's
I had
all
their
about.
brisket sandwich and their kielbasi sandwich, and it's
Holbrook, best part about the kielbasa sandwich is you don't have to chew. There you go.
That's the most important part.
You
Dude.
got that.
Sometimes when,
Yeah.
when a good meat's around, dude, I turn into a duck.
People come.
I turn into a duck. It's not even swallowing at that point.
Yeah.
Bonner guy, you know.
Bonner.
Yeah.
They know him as the throatist.
so prom night for you.
Wow.
Go Tuesday night for him.
my
It happened
football
more frequently.
my football name was Glory Holbrook.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better. My nickname back in high school was Creepy Little Bastard.
Oh wow.
And it didn't change.
You don't
did it?
look really surprised by
Yeah.
that. Like, that checks out.
Yeah.
He's dumb and creepy. Great. I just worsted myself in front of the champ, maybe even more, not even be able to.
Listen, I don't think the
pick
champ
up
could think any less of anybody
internet
else.
radio.
No, it's pretty low.
No. You guys are just trash as trash it could be. So it's okay.
Yeah. You
It's
just
fine.
pile trash on top of trash. What do you have? More trash.
Yeah.
I mean,
You got Delco, baby.
Yeah.
You got Delco.
Yeah.
That's all it
So
is.
let
But it's
them out.
our trash.
If you want to shout out your next event,
And fuck it. No, I'm gonna shout out my next event. I'm just kidding.
yeah. People got to come and see you, champ.
no.
well,
They got to bask in the glory.
They typically do come when they see me.
Yeah.
Ah,
I feel like I'm a part of the crew now.
yes,
There you go.
Yeah, I'm filthy. All right. Where can the people see me? Where are my next live events? Well, no, my next live event is going to be the event. A sold-out arena in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. It's going to expect it to be 25,000, filling up that
Is there
arena.
anything that you want to say on camera
Um,
to them and direct anything to them?
Oh my God.
I don't want to say nothing to those people, man. I don't really care for them.
Mhm.
I'm wrestling one of their legends, right?
Mhm.
Guy who's been all over the world, wrestled Samoa Joe, you name it, been through TNA, been to AAA in Mexico, blah 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 blah. And I, quite frankly, don't give a crap. They're just mad because the new guys in town and they don't want to see the young guys come up. And I could care less about a Puerto Rican. I could care less about that dumb island. I care less about their legend. I'm gonna smack him 2 times and get what's mine on the biggest show of the year. It's what they call their WrestleMania. It's the 51st anniversary show. It's 51 years. Something to say about that,
For the
right?
51st
It's a
date.
big,
Right?
Yeah.
big accomplishment.
It's a big and it's a big accomplishment for them that I'm gonna grace them with my time and my beauty.
I mean, yeah, you got to go for the best.
and I'm
right?
gonna do what I gotta do. And you know what? It's like in a sense, it's like the rebirth of Tony Leyenda. Because that's my first shot in the big deal, the big time, right? In the biggest show of them all. And don't expect nothing that you haven't seen before from me, which is just pure dominance.
You piss
again,
excellence, right, champ?
It's just I can't help it. I
Yeah.
wake up in the morning and I piss excellence.
Yeah.
And they can't hang with my shit, right? To quote the great Ricky Bobby. And it's the truth.
Yeah.
But it's the truth, right?
Yeah.
Again, find me on all social media, Tony Leyenda. Heck, since we're on Amazon, you can find my movie, Sacred Mask. I play the arch villain in the movie Sacred Mask on
Oh.
Amazon.
You're my God. What can't you do?
I
champ?
can't imagine him as a
Yeah.
villain.
lose. That's what
The
champ
only
can't
bad part about that movie is the director had the bright idea because it's not a wrestling movie. It's a drama with wrestlers.
Full frontal nudity.
And right in front of the movie, right? So it's not like so I play a bad guy and a luchador and I have a mask. What will you cover this face? It's stupid. Bad
Yeah.
marketing.
Get it.
But you know
Blasphemy.
what? I did the best I could in that movie, which is more than enough.
You made that mask awesome.
And
Did they
You did.
Did you retire the mask?
I actually just
Did you
took
throw it
I-
into the
I,
volcano?
I took a leak on it because why would you put anything on my beautiful face?
yeah.
I had it moisturized for a week, and it was just a whole deal, man. I didn't
Give
know
them
what
the
to do
crema.
about it. Yeah, the crema needed the crema, right? Which you can also find on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Or
and then
Pornhub.
hey, or Pornhub. There you go. No, let's not give no love. Let's give just be on the lookout for
Excellence.
Tony Leyenda, Life of an Indie Pro Wrestler,
The world
right,
will realize.
or Perjangers exclusive.
Exactly. The world's going to see a glimpse of his life, and they're going to be thankful for it.
You know what?
We will
What's
all
funny?
be better for that.
They're okay. More than that, they're gonna be probably extremely surprised. Is probably the best way I can describe it.
Mm.
They're gonna be surprised.
Enlightened.
I
believe the-
guess
I believe the term's electric sex.
they're gonna be surprised. They're
Yeah.
gonna be surprised because it's just gonna go
Good sex on
somewhere.
the beach reference.
Would you say prostate rattling?
Yes, that's a
Okay,
good way to put
yeah.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Rattle seems like it's
They're
a
gonna-
problem.
because the people who watch the documentary are gonna assume they know everything
Yeah.
or a portion, and they're gonna find out that aside from the wrestling, they had it more than likely completely wrong.
Yeah,
Completely wrong. And that's gonna be
Flipping the
funny.
script.
That's gonna be funny to see
Yeah.
actually.
I know. I'll be watching it.
I can't wait. I
Delco
can't
Live might have to review the movie, which we already know
100%.
the review is going to be.
Let's put it this way.
Amazing.
Out of all the Delco-based cinema that we've reviewed, like the average score is like a 1. So the threshold's pretty low. You really
Yeah.
can't
Well,
be the worst.
Look, and as a challenge, I would say I want you to watch when he releases it.
Yeah.
My buddy Chris
Okay.
Pierdomenico. He
Oh,
is
the
the
Delco the movie?
director of Delco the movie.
I know. We were at the trailer, and I already
I'm
give
so
that
sorry to hear that.
minimum of 7 on our
Look, I
scale.
mean, if you're a fan
The
of Kevin
average is
Smith
1.
and John Hughes movies, then you're gonna love it.
Oh, the trailer made me genuinely laugh.
Yeah.
But like we're talking, I mean, we've interviewed the director afterwards. Last Call is literally a -15.
Mm.
What other ones we reviewed?
Oh, this Room 9?
Room 9, a -4. Like
Wow.
Yeah.
the average is like Silver Linings Playbook's like a 9, and we're still saying the average is a 1.
So
So
we're
you
still
got
going to
the-
be the best in Delco.
Bar, yeah, the
Well,
bar is
that's the goal.
pretty.
Well, we're already
Yeah.
going to be the best in Delco because we have his face on.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
The
But
champ
I
talking
believe the
for
term
an
I
hour
just
and
used was
45
electric
minutes.
sex.
It's already top 3 no matter
There's
what.
no place like home.
Yeah, there isn't. But you know,
What's
people are
going
going to fuck around, and
is a fire
they're
sign
going to
section.
find
Okay.
out how great
No,
this
they-
champion
It's
is.
the stud alert.
I-
They knew you were in town.
I
so.
get all little military, like, and I'm like, who do I got to kill? I know you're good, right?
Holbrook. I mean, if you
fine.
need
I
somebody
mean,
to
you know.
point that anger towards.
If you can make it look natural.
Why are the movies so sucky here? I mean, I get it, I expect it, but why do they have to be that sucky?
Oh, some of them were like
TV
yeah,
shows fare a little bit better than
Mayor of Easttown.
I
loved
couldn't get through
it.
it.
8.
I couldn't
Loved
get
it.
through it.
There
I
was-
felt like they were just name
How
dropping
far did you get?
places
Did
in
you get to
Delco.
episode 5? Where
I
they're-
didn't get past episode 1.
Trust
Oh,
me,
you-
let it go to 5 because
you
it
have
gets
to.
really,
I
really,
I
really
couldn't
good.
even do it. I was just like, oh, you know the Wawa down on this street? I'm like, no,
There-
I'm not.
there
I'm
is-
not watching you.
There is one episode later on. I'm not going to give spoilers because I'm only like 2 years old. There is one episode that is comparable to Silence of the Lambs, where it gets fucking real great out of nowhere,
Okay.
and it really catch you off guard.
There's
All
another-
right, the first episode is like place.
There's
setting.
another funny one. It's not. It's based. Parts of it's based in Delco.
Mhm.
It's called Tires
Tires is great.
on Netflix with
Shane Gillis.
Shane Gillis, local comedian. It's funny as hell.
The Office, and like I saw the trailer for that one. I love stand-up comedy. Shane Gillis is one of the funniest stand-up comedians
Beautiful
out there
Dogs
today.
almost made me vomit from how much I was laughing.
He is so funny. One of my favorite bits of his was about the future presidential election, and it was this person. All of a sudden, Trump comes out. Both these guys are
The bad
gay.
gay.
Yeah.
I laughed for 20 minutes.
When he did the
Kill Tony.
"You make me do come,"
Oh my god!
I actually fell out of my bar.
Kill Tony is,
Right.
and this is the thing that my brother and I do with Lug Nuts. We'll watch stand-up comedy before we do a podcast,
Okay.
so that way you're already in the right mood.
Yeah.
Stealing
yeah.
jokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but
we're not creative people.
I mean, I'm funnier than them, so I don't
Yeah.
see it as stealing jokes.
I got you. You're making them better,
Enhancing.
enhancing.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm a joke enhancer.
All right,
Yeah.
tell us where we.
I'm a
we can
joke,
find
period. End of
Anything,
About just
everything.
making sure I said those words clearly because that could be very misconstrued.
Yeah.
Any promotions? Get them out. You guys went through most of them, all of them.
Yeah.
We're
we went
good?
through most of the wrestling promotions.
Yeah.
Tony went through WWC.
Yeah.
Matt did his book.
Cool.
Book, documentary, the trip to Biloxi, Mississippi
Yeah, dude.
for a car show.
is a real place.
Cruising the
Yeah,
coast.
apparently.
We got hit points
Mud
and half
Dogs.
measures.
Go
We
Mud Dogs.
have Tales of the Hunted with myself and Frank Percy interviewing all indie content creators, as well as silly little podcast I do with Michael Florio, to where we talk about aliens, we talk about the Younger Dryas impact theory, we talk about dinosaurs, we talk about everything science, we talk about everything, and that's why it's silly.
If you want to see the latest episode of Trip TV with Johnny Cashmere versus Pharaoh Face in that death match, it is on SPO Wrestling on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
That was a great match, too.
It was a
That was a
fantastic match.
fantastic match.
Al, any sponsors? Anything we?
Well, just guys, remind you
Wrap it
this
up?
episode was brought to you by Fat Cow Jerky. That's right.
yeah.
Fat Cow Jerky, utterly perfect jerky. Go to fatcowjerky.com, Facebook, and Instagram, and find them in your local stores. Fat Cow Jerky. They got bacon jerky now, bitches. And don't forget David R. Cherry Injury Law. We mentioned it a couple times tonight, but David
He'll
R.
pop
Cherry.
your legal cherry.
Yes, he will. Workers' comp, motor vehicle, personal injury, criminal law. Go to cherryinjurylaw.com or 610-565-0300. And if you need to go to the best bar in Delco, you go to Dolan's Bar, 23 Sellers Avenue, Ridley Park, 19078. Go to dolansbar.com, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Check it out. Go to dolansbar.com.
I
Yeah.
actually know somebody who performs at Dolan's Bar. Alyssa, she
and-
knows him.
Name names.
the throatist known as Holbrook.
Yeah, him too.
Yeah,
That's why
okay.
they don't have
I
doorknobs.
haven't seen him
It's-
perform there, but
they
I
don't
hear
have
he's good.
doorknobs because that's my whole I am glory. Hole.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And I guess if you get drunk at Dolan's and you get catfished by a fat cow, you can always sue them and call David R. Sherry.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
get it. You
Yes,
get it.
yes.
Full
Oh
circles.
my goodness. That's
Full
why you're the
circles.
champ.
That's what we call serendipity, folks.
Yeah.
Zach-
Oh my
Sarah,
God.
I love it. I
She's
love
also at Show and Tell on Tuesdays.
Yeah. Right after
Breakfast time,
cinnamon
yeah.
spelled S-I-N.
it. It's the
I was going to say the same thing.
Wow.
during the roast beef buffet.
Pennsylvania spelled with one N was before that.
Yeah, there you Well, on that, guys, thank you for joining us. Champ, thank you for making us better people, for
Yes,
just gracing us
thank
with your presence.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome for this opportunity that we gave.
Chris and Matt, guys, keep up the great work, guys. Check it
Oh,
out.
man.
Perjangers and Wallhangers. Go to check them out on their website.
VJandDWH.com.
Yeah, and all their social media and all their great shows. Check it out, guys. We will see you all next time.